Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michael,
I'm Noah.
and we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown movies, games, comic books, anime, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. Let's go ahead and get started.
All right, so we pick up on episode, where are we, 7 of Yu Yu Hakusho. It pretty much picks up right after the cliffhanger in episode 6 of Yusuke getting absolutely wrecked by Goki. Like, he's in demon form and Goki's just tearing him to shreds. And it's almost, like, it's clearly a complete disadvantage. There's nothing Yusuke can do. The guy's skin is as tough as, like, iron. He tried to put a log through him and it just breaks against his body. So he knows, like, well, this is it. And so Boten is because they're in the forest, and Boten starts doing these voices throughout the forest around them because they're in a little clearing in the middle of the forest. And she keeps saying, like, she keeps acting to be different. She's acting like different people. And she's saying, all right, get the dogs out here. We got to find these kids because that kid got kidnapped. And Goki's like, oh, I hate dogs. And Goki dips because he thinks like a whole fucking war party's coming, or like just like a whole group of people coming to look for that little boy. And it was, especially with big dogs, he doesn't want to fight dogs. So she ends up saving Yusuke by doing the fake, I guess, crowd in the forest. So they end up at the house the next day. At his house, he's all beat to hell. And he's like, and they're watching the news and they see that he's already eaten 5 more kids because they're saying this little town, like 5 kids have just mysteriously dropped into a coma. And they know that's the reason because they lost their soul. So Yusuke's like, damn, I got to get back out there. Even if I can't fight him man to man, I got no choice. So Boten gives him 2 more spirit weapons or items because he's got that monocle that he can see. It's like an X-ray vision thing,
right?
Which is almost pointless, really, because he never uses it again so far that I've seen. And she gives him a compass that's like in the shape of a watch, so he can put it on his wrist. And basically, the compass directs him to any demon energy or spirit energy that he's encountered before. So he can, if he wants to follow Goki, he can because he's already met him. He's met all 3 of them: Hiei, Goki, and Kurama. So he just follows the compass to where Goki is, and she gives him this little ring that goes on his finger, his forefinger, which is an amplifier of the spirit gun. It'll amplify like several fold. So she was supposed to give it to him when he was weak, when he was a little bit more advanced in his skills, but she has to give him to him now because he needs every advantage he can get.
Yeah.
So he gives him that. And he can still only use the spirit gun once a day. That's as much, because it takes that much time to absorb, to accumulate enough spirit energy. So he's got to really make it count. So he ends up fighting Goki again. Goki goes in straight demon form, beats the hell out of him. But during the fight, Goki talks too much, right? He's like, he says all this stuff. Then he's about to eat. I think he was about to eat Yusuke. And he's like, oh shit. And he shoves a piece of log in his mouth. So Goki's mouth is fully open, and then he shoots him clean in the mouth and kills him. And all the little, all 5 souls of the kids to go back to their body. So he gets the Orb of Bast, and so that's 1 artifact collected. And this was like this first episode had 2 fucking plot lines. Like they did it a lot for some reason. Like half a story, then the other 15 minutes is half a story.
Yeah.
So during the same episode 7. Kurama approaches Yusuke and he's like, yo, I need to talk to you. Of course, he's got more flowery dialogue than I do.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, what's up? I got to talk to you. He's more like sophisticated in his dialect. And so he's like, listen, I'll give you back the Forlorn Hope mirror. I just need this. I need it for something because it's most powerful during the full moon. So he's waiting for the full moon. So Kurama tells Yusuke, hey, meet me on this rooftop and I'll tell you what's going on. So they meet on top of this hospital, and he tells them the reason he needs the Forlorn Hope is because back in the day, Kurama used to be a fox demon, and he got really good at breaking and entering and like deciphering codes and picking locks and all that stuff. So he was a really good thief. And so one time during one of his robberies, one of the pursuers shot him and really hurt him. And so the fox version of Kurama ended up on Earth, and he went into the embryo of a pregnant woman and became her son. So he ended up partially human, but he had all his memories still. So he grew up treating her like absolute dog shit because he's a demon.
Right.
And his name was like Suichi or something. And so he's like, his name is Yoko as a fox demon, Kurama as human demon, and then Suichi was his human name from his mom.
Right.
So then he's like, all right, once I get old enough, like, cause he's like, basically his body's out of a 14-year-old. So once he gets old enough, he's gonna leave. But his mom gets sick, and he has this epiphany where no matter like what he did, his mom always loved him, and now he feels like she's sick because of him, and so he wants to use the Forlorn Hope mirror to grant, because it grants wishes. But it's called Forlorn Hope because in granting a wish, you need to give up your life. So he's gonna give his life to save his mom, who's in the hospital. And he's telling Yusuke all this, and he's like, just give me until the full moon, which the full moon's like a few days away. But then his mom starts flatlining that day, so he's got no choice. So he uses it that moment as he's talking to Yusuke. And while Yusuke is there, he's like, you can't sacrifice yourself to save your mom. Then you're just gonna leave your mom, because he knows what it's like to see his mom without the son.
Yeah.
Because how devastated his mom was. So Yusuke's like, he also puts his hand in the fucking Forlorn Hope mirror, and he's like, all right, you can take my life. But he said later on, like, that made no sense. Like, if I killed myself, my mom would be fucking upset. So either way, one mom would be upset.
Yeah.
But the mirror is so impressed by both their sacrifice that he lets them both live. Like, it's just enough energy from both of them to activate the wish. His mom makes a full recovery. Kurama gives him the mirror, and Kurama gets pardoned for his crimes because of the circumstances. And so he gets to live his life as a normal human with his mom.
So he basically gave up his demon side.
He's still got the demon powers, but he's not like a criminal, is what I'm saying.
Right.
He's like, all right, I reform my ways. I'll just live on Earth. He still has that fucking thorn whip he does that he had in the series. And so we move on to episode 8 with the big enemy, Hiei, who's the mastermind of the robbery. And he ends up getting Keiko with that sword that he has, a shadow blade, which if you cut somebody, because it doesn't really cut him, you can use it to, I guess you can use it to cut him, or you can use it to turn him into a demon. So he turns Kyoko? Yeah, Kyoko. I forgot the girl's name. Yusuke's love interest.
Yeah. Kidnaps
her, turns her into a demon, and then tells Yusuke, bring the Orba boss, the Forlorn Hope, to this fucking, it was a dock for some reason. Like next to the fucking ocean.
Why a dock?
That's what I can think. Like, why the random dock out of nowhere?
like I get on boat and run.
Like a Batman villain. Like that was at the docks, you know?
Yeah.
So they meet up on the docks, and he gives them Yusuke gives them the stuff, but then they realize that Kyoko is still transforming into a demon. She's opening up this third eye, and once it's fully open, she becomes a demon, like the lowest form of demon, apparently.
Yeah.
So Boten uses her magical abilities to keep the eye closed, while Yusuke fights Hiei, and he's doing so well against Hiei. Hiei goes into his fucking demon form, which is just him green with fucking eyeballs all over his body. So then Yusuke starts losing. Kurama comes in out of nowhere and takes the fucking stab from the blade in place of Yusuke, who's about to get fucking stabbed. And then he takes the blood and he slams it all over fucking Hiei's face. And it turns out all the eyes are just amplification. The only real eye is the one in the middle, like his Eye of Jigan. If you can cover up or fuck up Hiei's Eye of Jigan, he becomes powerless. He's like, oh, you motherfuckers. So Kurama gets stabbed in the fucking chest or in the stomach. And he's like, are you okay? Like, it's all right. I just got stabbed through the stomach. Like, yeah, of course. No, I'm not okay. So Kurama goes and helps Boten try to keep Kiko's demon side sealed, the eye, while Yusuke keeps fighting Hiei. And he uses his spirit gun. One shot, that's all he got. Uses the spirit gun, and he completely misses, but he wasn't aiming for Hiei. He knew he would dodge. What he was aiming for was the Forlorn Hope that was on the edge of one of the boxes. It was leaned up. And it bounces off the spirit bomb. Not the spirit, the spirit gun energy bounces off the mirror and hits fucking Hiei in the back. And it's funny what he says, like, that was pretty clever. Like, instead of saying some evil villain thing, he's like, you got me, bro.
It's like, respect.
He fucking passes out. And then the blade, the shadow blade, has a hollow hilt. So you open it up and there's liquid inside that is the antidote to the demon transformation.
Oh.
So they feed it to Kyoko, and she goes back to human form. Well, she never really turned into a demon aside from the third eye. and they give all 3 artifacts to Koenma, and he's like, well, Yusuke's like, well, done and done, because he needed those artifacts back in a week. I got it to him back in a week. But Boten's like, actually, no. His father found out that he lost those artifacts because his father was gone at the time, and Koenma really needed those artifacts back before he got in trouble with his dad. But when he realized that the Forlorn Hope was broken, because after the spirit gun shot it, it broke the mirror. He punished Kurama with 100 spankings. So he just spanked his son 100 times. Like, just fucking wore his ass cheeks out from the scene. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, bam, bam, bam. He's like, I'm so fucking sorry.
Just heat radiating.
Yeah, like fucking ass bright red. I'm like, God dang. Like, spanking. And like, he's the size of a baby. And like, the dad's a demon, the size of a demon. So he fits in the palm of his hand. And he's just like, boom, boom, boom. Even though he's a baby, he's like 50 years old, Koenma.
Yeah.
He just has baby form for some reason.
Huh.
Still sucking on a pacifier 50 years later. So that's episode 8. We move to episode 9, and it's a whole new storyline. So Yusuke gets sent to this retreat out in the mountains where he's going to try to see if... Basically, there's a psychic named Genkai, this old lady who has this attack called the Spirit Wave, and it's a very powerful attack. And she's nearing the end of her life, she thinks, and she wants to pass down her ability to a worthy successor, a worthy student. And so she's offering anyone that can pass her test, they'll get the they'll be trained by her to learn the ability. But the spirit world is worried, like Koenma and the organization is worried about this guy named Rando, who's a demon in human disguise, might be there at the training, I guess it's called, or the gathering.
Yeah.
And they're worried that he's going to get it too, or he's going to try to get her spirit wave, which is incredibly powerful, because Rando has killed already 99 other psychics.
Oh, damn.
And taken each of their psychic ability or power and supplemented into his skill set. So he's got 99 abilities that he plays around with. And with this 100th one, basically they say Rando is trying to find out the limits of his power. And if he gets a spirit wave, that may take a long time to reach the limit of his power. So they need Yusuke there to try to see if he can garner enough favor with Genkai to be her student, and at the same time flush out Rando and take care of him. So he goes there. And there's like 1,000 fucking people there, and like I swear I can't prove it because I didn't watch it slow enough, and I didn't do enough research. But I swear the artist drew a bunch of fucking Street Fighter characters in there, because I swear I saw that Russian wrestler guy with the scar on his chest.
Yeah.
And that Indian guy that extends.
Yeah.
And Chun-Li from behind. And I'm like, did this motherfucker just add for fun a bunch of Street Fighter characters?
I could see it there. Because a lot of these mangaka, the one that writes the stories, they love to add extra, like,
from their
little nods to different characters.
But he looks just like the Russian wrestler. I'm like, that had to be him.
Zangief.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
That big ass bear.
Yeah.
And so, of all the people there, right, the one that surprised him is fucking Kuwabara's there. You're a Meshi. And he's there because he wants to see if Genkai, he doesn't care about this tournament or this, like, to be her protege or whatever.
Yeah.
All he wants is to see if she can lower his fucking spirit energy down because of how he's been sensing more spirits lately. All that stuff that happened when Yusuke was dead.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to just take it down a notch because it's really affecting my fighting. Like, it's fucking up with his life, apparently. So he wants to see if he can turn down the volume or the dial on his spirit energy.
It's like, I don't care about anything else. I just don't want to feel all this around me. No more.
So Genkai comes out. It's this little old lady, like 4'2", and she's like, all right, the first trial is picking lots. So they all got to get a little piece of paper, and each one gets their own. There's like a fucking 1,000 pieces of paper in here, and it turns out that, okay, so if your paper's white, you can leave. Goodbye. But if your paper's red, you pass on to the next trial. That's it. They're like, that's it. It's just luck.
Yeah. And
it turns out it's not luck. Apparently, if you have a high enough spirit energy, your white paper inside will turn red before you open the envelope. And I was like, fucking clever old bitch. And Yusuke's like, he thinks like, well, this is it. If I fail, I can just go home because he doesn't want to be there anyway. he was gonna have a 3-day weekend, and he lost that to try to save the world.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, should I save the world or should I have my relaxing 3-day weekend? Like it was like it was evenly divided on his what he wanted.
It's like, you never get a 3-day weekend, bro.
I might never want to get one again if the world ends, so I got no choice.
Exactly.
And so there's that. And then Kuwabara is like, I don't want to be her student. I just want her to dial down my spirit energy. This is bullshit. So everyone takes slots. They open it up, and fucking Kuwabara and Yusuke both get red fucking paper. And these two big guys get mad because they don't get the paper. They're like, well, this is bullshit. So they attack Genkai, and she fucking uses the spirit wave on them and fucking kills them both. She doesn't kill him, but she fucking slams them into the fucking wall. It's like a telekinesis attack.
Yeah.
Just fucking throws them like fucking a mile away. Which I don't see how that's going to be the game changer for Rando. It's just a fucking force push.
Right.
I'm like, okay, maybe there's more to it. So then the next trial is they got to play video games in her fucking the side house, and they all have to bring their own quarters. Like, this is how she makes her side business, huh? But apparently these games are special. The karaoke machine tests your ability for your spirit energy to increase and adapt to the situation. The rock paper scissors machine is to see your level of spiritual awareness, and the punching machine is to see your spiritual energy level. So I'm like, that's random. So it turns out Kuwabara has a really high spiritual awareness level because he's amazing on the rock paper scissors, but Yusuke has way more destructive power with his spirit energy because he does higher on the punching machine.
Yeah.
But they don't really show them on the karaoke machine. You only need to get 2 out of 3 to move on to the next one. So ironically, this other guy got like a 195. Like Yusuke got 155, so his spirit energy was even higher than Yusuke's. And I'm like, damn. And so I guess they were trying to see if they're trying to like red herring, see if it's like rando or not. Okay, so only 20 succeed the final that trial. So they move on to the next trial. They got to go to this fucking forest and run through the forest and make it to the other side, this big tree in the middle of the forest, and they move on to the next trial. And it's weird because like some of them get scared, like they can sense the spirit energy of the forest is evil, so they fucking back out.
Right.
The rest of them go in. Kuwabara, he just follows his spiritual awareness and makes it to the fucking middle of the tree where Genkai is. He's the first one there, like, I made it. Like, I just followed the straight line. Because everyone was like doing different things to get there, right?
Yeah.
He just followed this fucking line. He's like, I got it. Yusuke ended up fighting this fucking bat monster, like a fucking a man bat, beats the hell out of him, and makes it there at the very last second. So I made it. I had to beat up this guy. Fucking asshole. Like, all he does is just beat up random things. It's funny as hell. And so the episode ends with like these last few students making it to the final trial. And that's pretty much it for episode 9.
Yeah.
The next episode, they're gonna have like a combat, like 2-on-2 tournament or 1-on-1 tournament to see who's the successor.
Yeah.
So far that's it for Yusuke Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, but like you said, that is a weird thing that supposedly is going to be the game changer.
Yeah, just a fucking force push. I'm like, how is that fucking gonna change anything? I mean, it makes it like it amplified her fucking spirit energy to like 100-fold, like a Kaioken or a Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah.
But she's just fucking pushing him away.
And she's not even doing it on the level of pain.
Not really. Like the Rando, when I saw the Rando episodes, he had way more fucking impressive abilities. And I'm like, what does he need this shit for? Maybe they'll explain it later, but for now, like, I don't see what a fucking, like, it's basically like a fist, like a spirit gun, like a spirit cannon.
Yeah.
Because Yusuke uses the finger gun, and but she uses her whole fist, so it's the same thing.
But I guarantee it's, or at least from what you see in the anime, it's nowhere near as strong as like Pain's force push, right?
Not really.
Because you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No,
from Naruto, where Pain destroyed the entire Leaf Village.
No.
With a force push, basically.
Maybe it's supposed to be. I don't know. They don't say. It's just still early in the series. Maybe you can fucking punch them. You can punch someone, and it looks like you don't do any damage. You crush their guts inside. Like, bleh.
It's like, that was a good one.
You fucking got me. Like the samurai scenes where like they chop at each other, and one of them walks away, the other one just fucking collapses. Who knows?
And the sword breaks.
Yeah, my
It
sword.
just dies.
But all she did was fucking. I mean, they weren't like fucking 400 pounds apiece, these big guys, and she fucking threw them like fucking 80, 100 feet. So it is a fucking tremendous ability, but it's still just a force push.
Right.
What's Randall gonna do? Like slam into a wall and then rape him? Like, I got you now. It's like, oh god, no.
He's got 99 other abilities.
It's weird. He's like, yeah, his other abilities are fucking tremendous compared to this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay.
Unless being a round 100 number, like with all the abilities together, is
significant for him.
Right.
Maybe.
Like maybe they all play off of each other somehow.
Or maybe like you can, maybe, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like maybe that force push amplifies everything else.
Oh, maybe it does. That would fucking be terrifying.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
That's the only thing I can think of anything.
Guess I'll find out the next 3 episodes.
You'll learn about the new Star Wars force push. That little old lady.
He's like, huh. Fucking pulls out a lightsaber. Turned out this whole time was Yu Yu Hakusho was a Star Wars prequel. But what the fuck?
That would be kind of fucked up. But
like,
yeah.
what the
It's like she's really Baby Yoda.
I'd be like, what the hell's going on?
That's how some of my dreams go.
No, you
just random.
It's like right. Like you'd be like, what the fuck?
Like it gets to the point sometimes where it's like, I'm dreaming. Like, what the fuck is this?
Like you realize like this is a dream. Like halfway through the dream, like I'm dreaming.
It's like
the randomest shit.
This is just stupid. You just think about it in your own mind. It's like, this is fucking stupid.
Why is Goku doing a 9 to 5 office job? I don't understand what's going on. He's like, I gotta get to work. And instead of flying, he fucking takes the commute there. So it takes him like 8 hours to get to work and back. What the fuck is happening?
Instead of the bullet train.
Yeah, he's like, you can fly, Goku. What are you traveling on foot for?
He's taking that the slow trolley wherever he goes.
Just seeing him hanging by the little hang thing. I'm understanding. And just, like, Goku, what are you doing?
He's like, you know, you can fly, right? Oh yeah.
Like a bust through the top of the fucking train.
That's something Goku really would do. Though. Oh yeah, just bust through it.
Bust clean through it. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Because since he's so childlike, he doesn't know his own strength sometimes.
They still think fucking Hercule is still the big guy in that universe.
Which is hilarious.
He's the one that beat Cell. I'm like, oh, sure.
Sure he did. What I find funny is that a lot of people forget the episode where it had Goku being shot at, where he catches the bullets.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I remember the one during the Saiyan saga after Raditz, and it was Nappa and Vegeta. That was the only time I saw a response from the regular world when they sent the military, and they did jack shit.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Nappa destroyed the entire fucking, the whole world's military force.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
There was I cannot remember, I think it was before the Cell saga, but where it has Goku as like on the farm with Chi-Chi, where he just lifts the fucking tractor up and shit and just sets it back down.
I don't remember that. They rarely had any buffer episodes.
No, they really didn't. There's a couple of weird ones, but other than that.
Or what are they called? The filler episodes?
Yeah, filler.
They rarely had any filler episodes.
Now, on the other hand, there were some other animes that it was a fuck ton of filler. Naruto?
Yeah.
A lot of filler. One Piece? Not so much, but it has like the entire first, what is it?
It has enough filler.
The first 10 minutes is a recap of the previous episode.
Oh, yeah. You get like 5 minutes an actual episode. I'm like, god dang.
Yeah. And then Boruto is all filler. That's all it is. No, like literally, like the first, I think it's the first 40 episodes of Boruto or nothing canon.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like it literally has nothing to do with the actual anime.
Remember, it actually took me a step back when I realized not all of One Piece animation was actual canon. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's not canon?
It's the same thing with Bleach. Bleach had a couple of arcs that were kind of not really tied into the actual manga at all. Like just kind of like filler.
So weird to me. Filler stuff is weird to me.
Mostly like the Bount arc, which was weird because the Bounce were not bounce as Bounce, but Bounts.
Bount.
Yeah, because they were vampires basically. But it was called the Bount saga, and it was horrible. God, it was god awful. And it has no effect on anything to do with Bleach at all.
Weird.
Like they don't even reference the shit later on. It's like, yeah, that never happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It never happened. Or like some of those Naruto movies, like the one where he goes back in time and meets his dad,
Oh, really?
but doesn't know that's his dad.
What, the yellow hair didn't give it away? The facial features?
Basically, Minato. That's his dad's name, but he only knew him as the fourth Hokage.
Right. I remember that being weird to me because it was like, what was it? The first, second Hokage, right? Then the third Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
And then
back to the third.
Yeah, then the third took over again because he had no choice.
Yeah. Saratoga, I think is his name. Yeah.
Because they kept saying, like, now we got the fifth Hokage. I'm like, where's the fourth fucking Hokage? Like, they never, because I didn't watch it enough to get the whole backstory.
Yeah.
Right? And when I was younger, I was like, where the fuck is the fifth Hokage?
Yeah. But what was he, what they call him at the beginning of the Naruto series, Lord Third or something like that, the entire time at the beginning, before you actually learn his name. He's just constantly called Lord Third.
The third Hokage?
Yeah, the old man.
Really? He was called Lord Third?
Yeah. In the anime.
Remember when he fucking, he leveled up for me when he fought, was that one snake guy?
Orochimaru?
Yeah, one of his apprentice.
Yeah.
They had that fucking big ass fucking battle. I was like, damn.
And then he used the Reaper Death Seal to bring in part of his soul.
I was like, that old man was playing for keeps.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he was. Like, definitely.
Didn't he fuck up both his hands, too?
Yeah, that's what he did. He took
is that what it's called? Okay.
To where he couldn't use any kind of jutsu.
I was like, damn, you cold.
Like, oh, you fucked him over.
I didn't teach you everything I know. Let me teach you now. That fucking.
Because that's how Minato died.
Oh,
the fourth one, yeah. The Reaper Death Seal.
Shit.
Because he took in half of Kurama's chakra, I think. And then used the Reaper Death Seal on it, I think.
Jesus. So it killed him?
It's been a little while since I've actually watched it, but yeah. That's why he's got part of the Nine Tails in him, too.
Oh, really?
Whenever it comes back with that last Naruto Shippuden arc, the war arc.
Didn't it go insane, though, toward the end when it was like, it turned out everything was an alien?
Yeah, it got really weird. Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you know you need a
was
writing team.
That was leading into Boruto.
I'm like,
so Boruto, it's a lot of that.
So I'm like, alien? What do you mean alien? I was like, what? So it turned out everything was just an alien, extraterrestrial.
Yeah, kind of weird, but yeah,
you know,
it got real weird.
You know the Dexter series?
Yes.
You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
So it was a grounded, realistic, just a true, like a
true crime. Yeah.
I guess not true crime.
Well, he was killing people.
I guess like what, like what the fuck is the word? Murder mysteries, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
Just it was like fuck. I guess a thriller. I don't know what the actual
crime drama.
Yeah, crime drama thriller, something like that. So basically, it's a serial killer that kills other serial killers or criminals that got away with a crime, and he's got a code of ethics that his dad gave to him because his dad saw him. He saw him killing animals. Like that's step one into being a serial killer. So instead of locking him up like he should have, he gave him a code of ethics called the Code of Harry, so that he would follow this code. So make sure that he never killed any innocent people. Like, I guess it was the best way his dad could do it. I mean, like that's the only choice he had. He wanted his son to be free, but he also knew his son had urges that he would never be able to control. So he just funneled him into this constructive outlet, I guess. So I might as well get rid of all these criminals. Why not? And so the guy that wrote the books, right? In one of the books, like the third book or something, he added that the Dark Passenger, which is like an offset personality of the main character Dexter, was actually a demon that he was using to kill people as sacrifices for said demon. And there was so much backlash from the community from his fan base that they had to retcon all that, and it was not so. The book, like the third book, is like non-canon.
Oh, really?
In the series. But that's what I mean. Like he went with aliens, right? In Naruto.
Yeah.
He started going with supernatural demon stuff, and like, are you insane? This is a regular, true life crime story. What are you adding? What do you? This ain't supernatural.
Yeah.
So you see, what you got to be careful. Like, and it's always good to have listen to feedback.
Right.
Because that would have completely changed Dexter, especially the TV show. Because like it stays realistic, like a real world type crime drama, and then they start adding demons and stuff. And you're like, what the fuck? because it doesn't fit that narrative.
Yeah.
And it didn't fit the narrative after the first 2 books. So they did away with the dark passenger trope and everything. And I'm like, thank God. Because something just don't fit in certain ways.
Right.
And Dexter doesn't fit as like a supernatural story. It fits as a real world caricature of a crime, I guess, or like well, what are they called? Like what are they called? They're not called modern. Well, what are the stories that are like slice of life, but not like it's like our world, but not like a couple tweaks? Because like Dexter doesn't really exist in our world.
Like an alt world, kind of.
Kind of, but like I thought they call it something else.
Is there an actual genre name for it?
I thought there was. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
Because like for comics, I'd say Elseworld, but
right. What is it? Fuck. Well, I'll remember eventually.
Yeah.
Be like dead asleep at night, wake up in a cold sweat. But there's something that it's called when it's like based in our world, but not fully our world.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you got like a different president. It's not our president. You got a different like everything's the same except for little things.
Like an alt history.
Yeah, like cause like he lives in Miami, Dexter, but in our real Miami there is no Dexter.
Yeah.
But everything in that Miami is the same as our Miami,
right.
Except for the fact that he exists in that Miami. You know what I mean?
Right.
I forget what it's called. Unless I'm just inventing a new fucking.
You're coming up with a whole new one.
I'm losing my fucking mind again.
That's fine. That's what happens when you start getting tired.
Yeah. But it's basically real life, but not real life.
Right.
So if they had added the supernatural stuff, which is not something that's so prevalent in our real life,
right,
you'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
It just doesn't.
I know the world almost ended when we had that dust storm. On Friday. We were like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad. We had 70+ mile-an-hour winds, and
I got home, right? And I had just finished working all that morning. I get home, right? And fucking the jacuzzi over here is laid out next to, almost in a neighbor's yard.
Oh.
And I'm like, fuck. So I picked this fucking fat bitch up. And I fucking leaning back up against and I try to put it up against the wall as much as it can to see if it'll reinforce it. I look to my left, all 3 trash bins are fucking knocked over. The first 2, no trash, because the trash was Tuesday.
Right.
So we got lucky on that. We had our trash early. Usually for us, the trash comes in on Wednesday mornings, and it's always windy Wednesday mornings for some fucking reason.
Just for the trash cans?
Just whenever we had to take trash out. It's the windiest fucking day on planet Earth. But the recycle was full.
Oh.
And it was all in the neighbor's yard. And I'm like, So I got butt naked and got to work. What do they call when you roll your sleeves up?
Yeah.
I just say, I got butt naked and got to work instead of rolling my sleeves up.
It catches people off a little bit. It's like, huh? You did what?
And I'm like, no, I was like, fuck. So I had to roll my sleeves up and pick up all this fucking recycles.
Yeah, it was not a fun day. For my job, trying to figure out where to put stuff at houses.
Oh yeah, they should have just fucking flying. Not to mention, like, I found out from a truck driver that it only takes 40-mile-an-hour winds to knock over a semi. I'm like, what the fuck? You mean only 40 miles? That's it?
Yeah.
These bitches are going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah. I
almost saw a Home Depot bag kill one of my fucking coworkers because it whipped by so fast. It would probably slice his neck off. But just knocks him out. That bag was soaring.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it was over the whole fucking shopping center. I was like, God dang, it's way up there.
I seen trampoline in the house that day.
They'll go away for sure.
There's one sitting up on top of a house.
Yeah, that'll happen too.
Upside down.
Lean on side, yeah.
And then think about the lake that day. Because ponds that I seen were like whipping of waves and shit across the shoreline of those like, what do you call them? Nicer neighborhoods have like reservoir lakes in them, just so that way like it controls like the flooding and stuff like that and drainage in the areas.
Cool.
But those things, it's like, oh, you don't want that shit right there. And the little ponds were solid red because of all the turbulence in the water. It's like, oh, it's like, fuck.
It is the end of the day.
The sky was red.
Yeah, the sky was red. I was like, damn, this is what it's like, huh?
It was so dark, though, you could actually look directly at the sun, and it was fine.
Basically, yeah. It was so fucking hazed over.
Yeah.
But that's also another thing about real life is you can take something and add it to a story later. So
yeah,
that's what I'm going to do.
And it's realistic.
A dust storm. So add a story within, I guess, like the background happenings during a story.
Yeah. But the sad thing is it wasn't even like like an actual regular dust storm either, because those come through and are done. This shit lasted like all day.
Fucking day, yeah.
Like from 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, like just whipping wind constantly.
I remember when I went outside, I was like, should I turn my AC on in the car, or will I be fucking inundated with dust? That's what I was worried about.
Do recirculation.
I don't know if mine has that.
Should. Every car does.
Does it? Which button is it?
It's the one that's got like the little loop symbol to it.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Unless it means like this way, that way.
Because it basically just means it's going to recirculate the air that's inside your car.
Does it mean like the one that goes from like up to the feet, or?
No, not that one. It's usually right there by the AC button.
Oh, I have to look around for it.
Yeah, because every car usually does have it there. It means that instead of pulling outside air in, it just recirculates the air that's on the inside.
I just died carbon monoxide.
Well, if your car's leaking,
Oh,
yeah. Usually you do that to get the AC to go colder too.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, because it's recirculating the cold air over and over and over,
Right.
getting colder and colder and colder. Because when you have it coming in from the outside, it's just heating that 100-degree heat up in the.
Yeah. Like, why is this air so warm?
It's like, ah.
You know what drives me crazy is the fact that if you put your seatbelt on and that little metal hits you on a really hot day,
Oh,
you guess you get burned. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, or if you touch the top of a steering wheel.
I'm like, you guys can't make a fucking metal that doesn't fucking burst into flames.
No. And you can't use plastic because it'd break.
Like, you can make fucking shuttles that can re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. You can't make a goddamn seatbelt that won't fucking light me on fire.
You touch it the wrong way too. Oh,
Because my cousin, it got stuck in between his pants and the you know what I mean? So
yeah.
he got a fucking like just a red mark, right? Like in the shape of the fucking clip of the fucking steer of the seatbelt.
Oh,
Because he's like, I can't get it off, and I'm like, I'm not gonna help you. So I'm just watching him. Like, hey,
no, that's funny.
shit must have fucking hurt though.
Yeah, I've made the mistake of touching a like chrome in the summertime,
Uh-huh.
where you go reach for something. It's like, oh shit, this has been out in the sun for too long. And you
Oh,
feel-
like it's that heat where it's so fucking hot, it doesn't register in your brain.
yeah,
Yeah, I know that one.
where you touch it, it's like,
Huh?
I'm retarded.
It's like, wait a minute, this is gonna hurt.
You take your hand off and it's just gonna start sweltering over. It's like, ow.
I remember once for some dumb reason I had turned the water on, the hot water on, and I left it like on high and it was like,
Yeah.
and then you can see the steam coming off, right? And like I guess I didn't notice that I turned the wrong faucet on.
Right.
And so I go to wash my hands and I'm like, this feels weird. Like it's not cold. And then I realized it was fucking scalding hot. Was how long it took me to register.
Oh,
'Cause I pulled my hands away and they were fucking just bright red.
it's like, ow.
But like I didn't, there was no pain.
Yeah.
There was no acknowledgement, not until like a few seconds of like washing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does this feel like weird?
Yeah.
Like this doesn't feel cold, but it didn't feel hot yet until it really did.
Right.
It was so weird.
Well, that's what they always say is that whenever something is extremely hot, it feels cold.
That's what it felt. I was like, this feels not. It felt cold, but not cold. You know, I was
Right.
like, it's weird.
Because your body doesn't understand how to process it at all.
And then the fucking like the DEFCON 5 turns on, and like the fucking alarms go off in your head. Like,
Which is weird because if you touch a burner, you know, like there's so much other heat radiating off of it that your body understands that, it's hot. So you touch it, it's hot, whatever. But whenever it's something like water or liquid, your body associates water with something cool automatically. So if it's scalding hot, you don't think about it.
so people end up dead in the fucking Yellowstone Park?
Yeah.
They fall in those goddamn lakes.
Yep.
Those fucking boiling fucking.
It's like, well, you die at least thinking you're cold.
Man, that must be the worst way to go.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Boiling alive.
You don't want to boil alive like that?
No.
Yeah, that'd be a horrible way to go, though.
It would be.
Yeah. Well, you ready for our next?
Time for a porn magazine.
For you, yes. You're gonna be hoarding that shit. Are you ready for our next one bad day?
One more. These are giving me one bad day every time you read them.
It's a bad day every
They're
week.
just compounding my bad days. Every time I read them, I'm like, oh my God.
Well, tell everybody what you thought of the Catwoman one.
Fucking terrible.
Horrible
The
storytelling.
fact that she broke the fourth wall. Don't talk to me, woman.
You're not Deadpool.
Like, yeah, I don't want anyone to. I don't think I like the fourth wall breaks at all. It's like, what if I'm butt naked eating Cheetos? Don't talk to me. It's embarrassing.
It's like why are you eating Cheetos?
She's looking dead at me. She's like, disgusting. Like, I'm sorry. It's like when you feel like a badass when you play a video game and then the screen cuts to black and your fat ass is just standing in front of the screen like, oh.
He's sitting there. Or like whenever the power goes out, that's the worst. It's like you're over there really into the game, the power goes off, so you see yourself and you hear yourself.
Oh,
it's like, I'm depressed. I'm depressed now.
I'm sad now.
All right, so our next one bad day is Two-Face, of all people.
I feel like he didn't have 2 bad days.
It's a coin flip, Batman.
For duality.
It's just a coin flip, Batman. So we start off where it's a narration by Batman, and he says, "My father once told me, in all people exists the possibility of good and evil.
Okay.
Day and night, cruel and kind, Harvey Dent and Two-Face." It's like, I don't remember your father telling you that, but you know. So we get a backstory of like how Two-Face came to be, you know, like a little like synopsis basically.
Did it say traditional? But they're like him getting fucking acid thrown in his face during a trial against a mob boss?
Kind of, yeah. But like it shows like the public service turned to villain type, like it gives a little bit of information about that.
Notice his hair on the back picture is fucking, why did he just cut that bad hair too?
I don't know.
Why does he leave that hair all fucked up?
You'd be looking at that picture for a little while.
Oh, slick his hair back or something. It looks weird.
Instead of a like Einstein level hair.
Yeah, like one side looks fucking nice and trimmed and slicked back. You know, it's like, yeah, like he lost his mind.
So we cut to where like a part of the story where it says years ago, right? You got Harvey just hanging somebody over the balcony's edge. He's like, "You want to die?"
Harvey or just Two-Face?
Well, Two-Face.
Okay.
Two-Face, years ago. And you have Gordon down on the ground. He's like, "I know Harvey's in there somewhere. I don't know why he's doing this. I know Harvey's in there." It's like, that's one of the things that kind of throws me out of it. Because he's already Two-Face, but you still have James Gordon saying, there's Harvey's there still. I know he is.
Every time, every crime scene, like he's killed like 7 people. I know Harvey's here somewhere.
Right.
I know he.
It kind of throws you out of it a little bit automatically. It's like, okay, but you know he's Two-Face. Like, stop giving him the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Two-Face shoots him in his kneecaps. I know Harvey's there somewhere. As he's fucking rolling around in a wheelchair.
Right.
I know he's there somewhere.
He's here somewhere. I just don't know where.
I'm pretty sure Harvey died at this point, James.
So you have Batman say, "Okay, I'll take care of it." So he jumps up onto the roof and everything, and he confronts Two-Face. He's like, "You here to save me?" And he's like, "Harvey." It's always Harvey. He's like, "So you want the kid? Shall we flip for him?"
Oh, here comes the coin.
Exactly. So he flips, and basically the coin gets shot out of his hand from a sniper.
Nice.
So he drops the kid.
Also fucking impossible, I think.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Yeah. But yeah, again, it throws you off a little bit automatically. It's like, why? Why would you shoot the coin? I mean, so that way he doesn't get what he wants, I guess. Like on the decision being answered for himself.
I guess so. That's like the first fucking order of business in the police briefing is to shoot the coin.
Right.
But I think I've seen that discredited. Like, you can't shoot a coin out of the air. I saw one of those like Wild Wild West shows called Wild Wild West Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And like they tried to shoot a coin out of the air. It was impossible.
Mythbusters did it though.
They did too?
Yeah, but they actually did it.
They shot a coin out of the air?
Yeah, silver dollar.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Like you can actually shoot a silver dollar.
They're fucking liars.
Yeah.
I don't believe them. Did they deal with a person or a machine?
Both actually.
Who got it? Both of them?
The machine first, and then they had an actual person come in that's like a sharpshooter and was able to do it.
Interesting.
So it is possible, but not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. So the coin gets shot out of his hand. He drops the kid. It's like, Batman.
Tails, Batman.
Batman saves him, obviously. And you got Two-Face pointing the gun at Batman now while he's holding on to the rope with the kid. He's like, do I die? The police come up there, they arrest him, which it's like it's a really quick scene and it's really weird. But then we go to the present day, right? So we have Harvey talking to the mayor of Gotham, named Mayor Nakano.
Mayor Mayerson.
I don't know why he's got a fucking patch over his eye.
Fucking Bond villain.
I know, but that's the mayor of Gotham.
That's they would never vote for a man with an eye patch. Looks like a goddamn criminal.
So basically, the setup to this is that they're allowing Harvey Dent, or Two-Face, now that he's reformed, to become an attorney general again.
Wait, attorney general? That's a bit high up for
or district attorney.
That's easy high too for a former criminal.
Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, a lot.
Like that's the first thing. It's like, what the fuck? That's why I was telling you earlier. It's like you read the first part and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
is he like a convicted convict?
Yeah,
it's like an ex. It's like against the law for ex-felons to even be lawyers.
Yeah,
or are they allowed?
I don't think they are. Like, I think they're disbarred completely.
Weird.
And like, he's a true, like, he's killed people level felon. Like what the fuck are we talking about here?
He's a meta-human level threat, level felon.
Yeah. So did you have Batman talking to him, and he's like, you wanted to speak to me because Harvey wanted to meet with him personally, right? And you have Batman talking to him, and he's like, look, there's somebody that's threatening my family, and I need your help. And Batman's like, fine, whatever.
He's upset about it?
He's like, sure, it's for Harvey, so I'll do it. Because Harvey Dent is supposedly worried about his dad. But his dad is getting threats in the mail. And he's chalking it up to, well, it's like, since I'm attorney general now, you know, or a district attorney, they're only coming after me because they hate me, not my family.
Okay.
So Batman's like, okay, I'll look into it. Like, I'll do this for you because you're reformed somehow.
Do what you want to do.
Somehow he's reformed, which makes no fucking sense, right? So you have Batman in the Batcave. He's using the supercomputer basically to go through and try to figure out who sent this message.
Just fucking Pornhub all over the fucking screen.
That's all it is.
Catwoman cosplay. Poison Ivy.
And then you got the times like whenever we get flashbacks to whenever Two-Face had a gun up to Robin's head and stuff. And
did they show the scene where, like, there's actually like I know the biggest one is Jason Todd's getting his ass beat by the Joker,
right?
But apparently Dick Grayson has his own moment too. When he was first Robin, he actually got his ass beat by Two-Face with a baseball bat.
Yeah, he did,
and he never forgot that. So I wonder if they ever showed him and stomping him out.
So then we have Batman kind of going over in his mind who would want to like destroy Two-Face now that he's supposedly reformed.
He has the computer, like the computer just like 1,000 fucking names pop up. Like,
right.
Oh,
right. So the first one is Carmine Falcone.
Good old Falcone.
It's like he would happily see Two-Face cut into pieces. You got the Joker, for which sabotaging a birthday party, because that's the whole thing is there's the messages are threatening Two-Face's or Harvey Dent's father's birthday party because his dad's turning like 80 something.
God dang.
Yeah. So
is his dad a porn star, or what does he do for a career? Man, his dad was 88 years old, still banging.
I think he was like a former politician or something like that.
Oh, so a dirty pervert.
Yeah. So then it's like Carmine Falcone. Okay, he might want that. The Joker, where for whom sabotaging a birthday party would be second nature. It's like that's the
what do you have against Harvey Dent?
Basically, who would technically owe a debt to Two-Face, whom freed him from Arkham. So it's like, okay, so that wouldn't make too much sense. Like, this is just him going off in his own mind of like, who would want.
I mean, if Carmine chopped him up, he'd probably chop off in 3 pieces just to drive him crazy.
Right.
Instead of 2, he chops off into 3.
And he says, you know, like, not that you know, Dent allowing Joker out, or like Two-Face helping Joker get out, right, would have been like a debt to Joker anyway. So
Joker wouldn't care.
No. So Lockup, who has always had his own take on justice and Two-Face, and that's just the outlaws that would want something bad to happen to Two-Face.
Right.
Like, there's a bunch of other people that would want something bad to happen too. So like he's going through it and he's like, okay, Robin don't like him.
But he wouldn't kill him.
Right.
Can't believe he would say Robin. Let me see Robin.
Well, he says Renee Montoya. She might not want him to be happy about it because she was what was it? Renee Montoya, who once one of the few people who believed in Two-Face and Harvey Dent until he blackmailed her and framed her for murder.
Damn.
Any member of the Bat family would want reason to take down Two-Face.
Take him down, but not kill his father.
Yeah. As you would for the man who has attempted to murder you and your family, including, of course, me. Because he's like, even I would want to fucking fuck him up.
Turns out it was Batman this whole time.
He just put his own self in like hypnosis that he don't remember none of it.
Yeah.
You got Batgirl coming in after that, where she's like,
this is after her wheelchair phase?
no, this is the assassin's daughter.
Oh.
Cassandra?
Yeah.
Kane?
Can she talk? Remember she couldn't talk for a while?
Yeah, she can talk.
Cool.
At least in this Elseworld she can. But she's like, I heard you were looking into it and everything. And he says, Harvey Dent received a threat regarding his father's 88th birthday party. He asked me to look into it. And she's like, Harvey Dent, Two-Face, same difference, right? Like they're the same fucking person, dumbass.
Don't you call me fucking... You call me fucking stupid. I'm not stupid, I'm smart. I'm smarter than you. I'm not Batman. He just goes in really insecure. Don't you ever...
So she basically says, I hate it when villains aren't just villains. Maybe it's not fair to the dents of the world, but I like to think it protects me from the creeps. That's her spiel, basically.
I mean, no one's called Adolf anymore.
And
no kid on this planet's ever going to be called Adolf again.
No, never again. And she's like, who moonlight as people we trust, right? So Batman's response to that is, Dent isn't Cluemaster.
Cluemaster?
Because that was her dad, Cluemaster.
I thought that was...
Oh, I guess it's a spoiler. Sorry.
The spoiler.
I thought it was...
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, this is spoiler.
Like, who the...
She's dressed like Batgirl, but it's spoiler. Yeah.
What rated fucking D supervillain?
So my bad. That was my bad. I was thinking it was Cassandra Cain the entire time. It's spoiler.
Because her dad was Deathstroke, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. Or no. Her dad was a different assassin, though. Something Cain.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what his name was.
I remember I gave you that book, No Man's Land?
Yeah, No Man's Land.
And they talked about it then. I don't remember jack shit about it.
Yeah, it's been a long time, though. But yeah, her dad was an assassin, though. But
remember I skipped over the prologue, too. I didn't even know how Joker got out of jail.
Yeah.
And then him and Two-Face were walking out, like, don't stand with those scissors, Joker. Why, me? I would never. Because they said that he was Two-Face was like way physically stronger than Joker.
Yes.
And Joker was like, I better get. Like, he just like, and like he knew he couldn't beat him in a straight fight.
Yeah.
So Joker grabs him by the collars and lifts him up. And I remember Joker just kisses him on the lips.
That would throw you off, though, wouldn't it?
And then the Riddler's like, you're not worth my time, and like Two-Face just tosses him aside. But it does show Joker's mental state where, like, even as he's joking around, he's like, if I grab these scissors and stab him in the neck, I'd win the fight.
Yeah.
Like, he's always, like, still...
Always plotting, still.
Yeah.
So basically, Batman says, like, Dent isn't Cluemaster, spoiler. Harvey Dent isn't your father.
He ain't an ass villain like your father. He's a piece of shit. Your father, he just goes off on her dad for no fucking reason.
And she's like, yeah, I know he's not my dad, Batman. Way to deflect, though.
What the fuck is going on?
Because he's like, Dent isn't your dad, okay? He's reformed.
He's also not like your dad. My dad's still alive. And like, Batman's like,
oh. It's like, we both know who Two-Face is, who he's always been. If Harvey Dent wanted to avoid having terrible things happen, there's a lot of things he could do, like not having parties for his family or being the DA.
Which is weird for an ex-convict, but okay.
Right. Like, again, that was the part that threw me out of this story from the beginning.
Like, you'd be voting for Joker to be the new mayor of Gotham.
Right.
All reformed.
Like, even whenever Lex Luthor became president in the comic books.
Didn't he cheat, though?
He cheated, but most people didn't look at Lex Luthor as, like, the villain. Like, you didn't see, like, he everything that we see in the comic books was not shown to people constantly.
Oh, right.
Like, we see it from the hero's perspective, but we don't, like, the people that live in this world just look at him as a super rich person. kind of creating shit constantly. Like they might see him fight with Superman, but it's never like
explicitly told that he done criminal or crime.
Right. So like it's kind of hidden a little bit, like
fake news. It's all fake news,
basically.
So, but they see Two-Face on the news all the time, committing crimes. Yeah.
So then we have Harvey Dent visiting his dad, right? He's like, look, Dad. And he's like, Harvey, well, what is it? Speak the fuck up, son.
Hey, my ugly ass son.
He's like, so grumpy.
No kidding. I'm like, dang, Dad.
I was just coming to discuss the event with you, Dad.
Come on, Daddy.
He's like, and got 200 people attending this event. People are coming. Coming.
I don't like that phrasing. People are fucking.
It's spelled with a K and not.
Get a raincoat because they's coming.
So he has a little conversation with his dad saying, is there anything we can do to kind of, like, he wants to bring up don't have the party, but his dad is, like, tremendously into it. But his dad also does not look like fucking 88. So.
Really in his 60s, if that.
Right. Like, late 50s, maybe. Like.
I've seen 88. It ain't that.
No, it's not. So he's like, he kind of gets irritated a little bit, and he's like, you know what? I'll see you at the party. Then we go back to, we have Oracle. That's the next season that we got.
Okay, so that's Barbara. Okay.
Yes, and so like the actual, like, she's still in a wheelchair type Barbara.
Yeah, it was kind of a cop-out to give her legs back.
Yeah, it would be.
Because I know she was really popular. I was assuming she was popular with, like, the actual disabled people, maybe. Because they don't get a lot of representation in comic books.
I mean, you got Professor X.
I don't give a shit. That dirty old pervert. Was he trying to fuck a 15-year-old Jean Grey?
Yes.
So no, he doesn't count.
He's like, I like her, but if I told her that, it would be bad for everybody.
But if I whispered it in her mind, little by little, what they call it, grooming.
It was just creepy.
It was creepy as fuck.
So she's like, I did a full scan of Dent's caseload of everyone on the outside and any contacts anyone on the inside has on the outside. So basically...
Yeah, that was fucking convoluted.
Yes, it was. And she's like, nothing is coming up and the team hasn't heard anything on the streets. Checked all our contacts, nothing, which is weird. Like, what the fuck? So you got Batman, he's like, fuck. Like, we're just gonna go to this event.
We'll just do it live. Fuck it.
Basically, yes.
Fuck it.
So he basically sets a perimeter around where they're having this party at, right?
Right.
So you see, Dent Senior has insisted on moving forward as planned. Dent insisted the extra security and GCPD presence will be there to mitigate the risk.
Finally, something logical.
Right. He's like, I'm not so sure though. You asked for my help. Why are you calling? He's like, why are you calling the GCPD? They can't help you, motherfucker. Only I can.
Fuck the police. Coming straight from the underground.
Right. So he's like, you asked for my help. And Dent says, you didn't find anything? Like, you still don't know who the fuck is sending these letters to my dad?
Damn it, man. I'm not the world's greatest detective.
So we have the event going on and stuff like that. We have, let's see, who was it? Batgirl. So this is Cassandra Cain at this point.
There's another one?
Because we have Spoiler, we have Batgirl, and then we have Oracle.
Oh, she's still in her spoiler.
Yeah.
What is it?
What
Persona?
Right. What confused me though is that she has the bat symbol.
Yeah, I was about to say
now. So yeah,
because she does look like Spoiler with the purple color scheme.
Yeah, but now we have the actual Cassandra Cain.
So that means Tim Drake's around too, isn't it?
More than likely, yeah.
Tim Drake, Spoiler's like
boyfriend. Yeah. But now we have the actual Cassandra Cain Batgirl.
You think Tim Drake likes pegging or?
Well, if you read the new comic books, probably. So, I mean, he might like a little more than pegging.
Oh Lord.
So basically, Batman has Cassandra Cain or Batgirl go to the party in like incognito, basically, like where she's the attendee.
Okay.
So, and also in this story, Dent knows Batman is Bruce Wayne, which again,
how does that wait?
Yeah, that throws everything off too. But Cassandra Cain is Bruce's like +1 to the party.
Okay. Because
he invites Bruce Wayne to the party. So we go into the like ball area, and you have Dent's dad giving a speech or whatever, like, you know, thank you for coming and all that other bullshit.
Stupid motherfucker.
Right. So he starts doing the cheers and stuff like that.
Hip hip hooray.
Basically. And you got they're going through their whole like event, and you have the Bat family basically trying to watch out for any crazy things that are going on at the time, right? So then you have Batman going down an alley, of course, and he's like, "Where's the cops at? Where the fuck are they? Because they're not there.
They disappeared?
Yeah, the ones that should be patrolling the alleyway, they're not there.
Is it the police officers that want him dead?
No.
Okay.
No.
The time to get revenge on Harvey Dent.
I'll put it. It's even stupider. But yeah. So basically,
it's not Two-Face's Harvey Dent version. So they're like dude. It's not Two-Face going after Harvey Dent himself, is it? It's a fucking duality. Is it? He's like, yeah, I can't stand you. I can't. Like, they just talk like they have a whole scene where like they're talking in the mirror.
Yeah.
So one side is talking, the other side is talking, like they always do with Two-Face.
So you have Batman. He's like, "Team, this is code red, motherfuckers."
We got code black. I'm Batman.
Right. He's like, "Someone's taking out the GCPD in the front of the building."
Oh.
So then we go back in and you see the picture of them screaming birthday cake for his dad, basically. And you got
88.
And you got Bruce trying to figure, or Batman trying to figure out where. It's like, where the fuck are the GCPD? And you have also Stephanie, which is spoiler. You have her figure out that the balloons have a poisonous gas in them. All the balloons that are inside the building.
Damn.
She's like, oh shit. Then you have them cutting the cake for Harvey Dent's dad, right?
Yeah.
And takes a bite of it, and it's poisonous.
Dies.
It's poisoned.
Yeah.
With acid.
Damn, he's dead.
Yeah, basically. So you also have Bruce where he busts the skylight to allow those poisonous balloons to fly out.
Okay.
Which
they didn't fucking shatter all the fucking balloons with all the glass coming down on them?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you have these people coming out like where they're taking off their suits and stuff where it's like party time. He's like, let's do some damage because it's all henchmen basically.
Right.
Cassandra Cain starts whipping their ass along with Spoiler. They start fighting. Then we have you got Harvey Dent's dad. He's like, well, Harvey. And you got Two-Face. He's like, you could help Dad. Do you hear me? He's like holding his face.
Jesus.
Wouldn't
that burn his hands?
Well, his dad ate the acid.
So it was down his throat.
Right. So it turns out it was Two-Face that set all this up.
I'm still surprised.
Yeah.
You got me.
He's like, so what will it be, Dad? Shall we make your big day? It's like,
what did his dad do to him?
You always wanted to be remembered. This is how they remember us, Father. This is our legacy, because he basically turns his dad into him.
Into a Two-Face?
Where the acid eats away part of his face.
Eesh.
Yeah. So his dad becomes the same thing almost. And his dad dies.
Well, he didn't stay as Two-Face very long.
No. And you have Two-Face fight Batman, obviously, because, why wouldn't you? And he's like, I don't understand why you would do this. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're supposed to be the DA now.
Damn, man, I do this shit for the love of the game.
So
that's Joker's whole MO. I do this shit for the love of the game.
It's just for the fun. So you got Dent on the inside. He's like, cutting through red tape isn't what it used to be. I blame the new administration. And you got Bruce asking, he's like, was that your birthday present to your father? Paperwork and poison? He's like, no, I'd missed a couple of birthdays being in prison.
Okay.
So he's like, I don't understand you.
Yeah.
Like, he literally asked.
What the fuck
he's
are
like,
you talking about?
He's like, you and my father were a lot alike. You would have liked him, I think. But he was also a man of black and white, a man of secrets like his pretty new wife's mistakes. Because apparently his wife was doing something that she shouldn't have been doing.
So why the fuck did you kill the dad?
Right. He's like, a man who loathed complications, a man like you, who could never see what was right in front of him. And you got Bruce, he's like, and what the fuck is that, basically? He's like, me, us, the truth, staring directly at you. I am Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent is Two-Face. I am Two-Face always.
So the whole Batman is, or Bruce Wayne is Batman, not Batman is Bruce Wayne?
Right. We're just always, like, he's always Bruce Wayne. He's always Batman, regardless.
So he's always been Two-Face?
Yeah.
He wanted his face was normal?
Apparently.
Ain't that wild?
He's like, you want to think there is some man named Harvey, untouched of pain, some man that can still be saved. My father wanted it too. He wanted a piece of the past that never was, an image untouched by scars. My father hated it so much he would rather die than be anything other than an upstanding citizen that his Harvey Dent Sr. It made him easy to kill. I just made it a party.
Why you just fucking shoot on? It's all elaborate for no fucking reason.
Right. He's like, do you ever wonder what your father would think of your legacy? It's like, his response, my father's dead.
Fucking Batman starts bawling. Daddy! Daddy!
So you got a Dent where he's like, that's right, frozen in time, Batman. A good man forever. That's what happens whenever men die. Is that what you want? Is that why you fight for Harvey? You think? Are you fighting for the memory of Harvey Dent and not for like the actual Two-Face that exists? Kind of weird, right?
A little bit. So he wanted to kill his dad to leave him as a forever. What's the word? Like he killed his dad so that he's forever imprinted as the man he thought he was instead of
kind of, yeah,
seeing as the man he is.
Yeah. And he's like, or is it the memory of another white knight, a Bruce Wayne you keep tucked away, hidden from sight? I don't know why he's starting to rhyme now, but starting to write limericks. Maybe if
you're a rapper, man, don't you see?
Maybe if your mask was written across your face, you could see what I see. Basically saying, since I'm fucked up,
right?
Like everybody can see me as Two-Face, but you're Bruce Wayne and Batman, and you're not fucked up in like appearance wise. It's like maybe if you were though, you would know what it's like. Then you have the funeral for Harvey Dent Sr. You have Bruce Wayne visiting the grave afterwards. And he's like, Harvey Dent, Two-Face, my friend and enemy.
But Harvey Dent, he died?
No, he's still alive.
Oh.
Like, it makes no sense.
Why did the tombstone say my friend and enemy?
I guess because he's saying that Harvey Dent was his friend and then Two-Face himself is his enemy.
Wait, he said that, or was that on the tombstone?
No. He just says it to himself.
Oh, okay.
Just saying it. No, just saying.
For some reason I thought you said that was on the. I was like, that's on the tombstone.
No, and then you got Dent in prison where he's like, Batman, my enemy and my friend, we will meet again? Question mark.
Joker's like, shut the fuck up.
That's literally the story, though.
I don't know. Some villains. You know what I think it is? Is that they need to like establish their MOs. Like what exactly encapsulates their character?
Right.
I've always seen Two-Face, Penguin as sort of like the crime bosses, like doing illicit crimes, right? That's what I always felt like. And of course, he has his duality, so that plays into that.
Right.
And Penguin has his penguin motif.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen villains like the Joker being just absolute chaos for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
The Riddler's a trickster who tries to outsmart Batman. That's his little lane.
He wants to win by intelligence, basically.
Right. So every time they do something different, that makes no fucking sense to the character.
It doesn't fit the core of the character, basically.
What the fuck does it? What did he? Two-Face wouldn't do any elaborate bullshit. He just rob a bank or two.
Right.
Or maybe, hell, if you want to make it smarter, have him cause this like random assassination attempt, right? Like, and he puts it out on the wire that there's someone's going to be assassinated. So he makes Batman trail off into that, and then he robs 3 banks at the same time. Like, I tricked Batman. Now I'm fucking rich, and Batman's like, you son of a bitch.
They didn't. I don't know. Like, it seems like they were trying too much into the psychological side of, like the psychosis of Two-Face.
Psychosis makes no sense. His psychosis is always about duality.
Right.
This is him just like...
This is Harvey Dent is me.
So we're one, and he fucking pours acid on his face, and then the whole fucking face is fucked up. If they'd done that, I'd be like, okay, you got me.
See, that would have made some sense. But no. It's like, we'll meet again, Batman.
Jesus.
Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a one bad day to me, though. That's the part that's irritating me about this entire series.
Yeah, none of these are one bad day. Hey, these are some ugly ass fucking looking ass. Two-Face is gross.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. So far, to me, the best one has probably been the Penguin, aside from the original.
Yeah.
Like the Penguin one made a little bit more sense.
The Killing Joke one.
Yeah, Killing Joke obviously is top tier. Like I'm not, and that's another thing. As I'm reading these, I am not comparing them to The Killing Joke, because that was its own thing. These are all like spinoffs of The Killing Joke. So I'm not trying to hold them to that super high standard of like great writing.
I am.
I know you are.
Because like if you're gonna be under the same series, I expect the same level of commitment to a story.
That's my point though. Since it is a spinoff, I'm giving it a little bit of leeway. It's like as long as the story is good, I'm not worried too much about like artwork, or if the artwork is really, really good, I'm not like, I'm trying to give a little bit of leeway.
Right.
But my God, like they're just not sticking to the motif of one bad day.
Or even their own character's psychological profile.
No, and it's starting to irritate me a little bit. Like Catwoman is not the person, like, I don't know. She's impulsive, but she's not dumb. So she wouldn't go into a fight like that. Like when she went after that old lady.
Yeah.
Like she's not the type of character that literally just goes and fights. She seems more like
I thought she did that because she was upset that she got called out for the fake brooch. She's like, that dirty bitch.
No, I get it like personality wise a little bit, but I've never seen Catwoman in a story. Like usually she's like the cat thief, like the burglar. Like she's not going to go into an open fight and just fight.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And that's why I said the Penguin one kind of makes a little bit more sense because he is like a mobster.
And there he wanted to get his crime empire back.
Right. And he actually
Two-Face is also a mobster.
That's why the whole like psychological thriller that you knew how it was going to end kind of from the beginning. Because as soon as I seen the fucked up note in the beginning, it's like, yeah, it was Two-Face. Fucking crayon writing.
Or if you wanted to follow his character arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Him being like the whole Two-Face, I don't know if I should say that because someone might steal my idea. Well, then again, I don't really care because ideas, they always come. If I had my own Two-Face story, it would be of him capturing criminals, kind of like Dexter, and then putting them on trial. But he fights himself. So one side is Harvey Dent advocating for the prosecution, and Two-Face is advocating the defense.
Right.
Because he's the bad guy.
Isn't that kind of what he did though in No Man's Land?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they did it pretty well in
he was like having his own court cases
where he was the judge, but he was also like prosecutor and defense attorney at the same time.
And he just sit there and talk to himself.
Yeah.
Like what is it like? Not guilty. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So that's what they should do. That's what his whole motif is.
Yeah.
Is the lawyer bit, but now it's because there's two different versions of himself.
Right.
And then the coin toss would have to be.
He's like, well, we can't decide at this point. Coin toss.
We'll have to have a recess. Coin toss. I don't know. I guess you can expand on the motif and really.
Like you could take that
and push it to a limit.
Right.
If you can, if you sit there and write long enough.
But he just doesn't seem like Two-Face in general. Never seemed like the kind of character that would introspect as much.
Also, I wouldn't. I'd also put two voices in him at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be the Two-Face and Harvey Dent voice talking to themselves.
What is?
Oh, does he?
Like the bubbles are different.
That's smart. But I probably wouldn't use him as often because he's more difficult to write.
He is. He really is.
But I also wouldn't make him a fucking ultimate enemy or villain either.
No. Like generally speaking, no.
I don't know. I see these characters now and I'm like, how would I write this character?
Yeah. I know you wouldn't write it that way though.
Not like this, no.
Like, I don't know. I'd
probably flip the costume too. I think they did that on one of them where the cleaner side, like his Harvey Dent side, has the dirtier attire.
Yeah.
And then his uglier side has the cleaner attire.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw that somewhere.
Because it just fits. Like
it would be opposite, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not even trying to hold it to that super high extreme of the Killing Joke, but they just, I don't know. Every author that I've read so far has kind of missed the plot of.
Who's left, by the way?
We still have
Clayface, Bane,
Clayface, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Ra's al Ghul.
4 left.
I think that is the 4 left. Because it came with, I think, 8.
I'm excited.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really hoping that, I am hoping for a home run. Like, in Penguin, I will give a little bit of credit. It didn't fit the one bad day, but the story was good. Like, I didn't mind the story one bit.
I got to read The Killing Joke again.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, like the Catwoman one just was like a kind of out of character a little bit. Like they had the only thing that kind of fit Selena Kyle in that was
That
the
fucking thick thigh she had.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help it. Yeah, that dress, fucking thighs were thick as fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised that old lady blocked that kick so well. Like, no damn way. Yeah. That'd have broken any other person's arm.
That's why she's superhuman.
She's something.
But-
I made that brush 30 years ago. I sold it to your mom, that dirty bitch.
Right, like that's a weird setup, and like a brooch in general is kind of a weird
I would have believed
tie-in.
if they'd have like had more like to the like another issue or two.
Yeah,
But like all that little backstory for no fucking reason.
right. And then the character, like you get no information about the old lady.
Other than she's called the Forger,
Right, like
and then she fights like she's fucking superhuman.
yeah. Other than that, you get no information about her. She never showed. Like even if she would have been a character that existed in the continuity somewhere else, like how these obviously are Elseworlds, if she would have existed in a normal continuity series of like, oh, okay, the Forger's this character that does this, okay, whatever, and has a little bit of a story to it. But when you just throw in a character that nobody knows, brand new, and has no other kind of like details really, it's like she really doesn't have a lot of there's not a lot of what would you consider it, there's no stakes really. Like why did she create the brooch? Like what was the point? Like
Why she sell it to?
why is she superhuman?
Like Kyle's mom of all people.
Right, like it's a weird.
Not
like,
to mention, why would she sell it to her? Then she tried to sell it herself for money, and she got even less than what she paid for.
right,
Is what I'm assuming. Like, why would she buy something expensive as fuck?
it just didn't.
Unless like I'll sell it to you for cheap, but this is actually a tremendous heirloom. And one day when you need to pay rent, you can get like $8,000 for this. She's like, bet. And here's $200.
And like I was saying too, the story, the only part that actually has anything like fitting the Catwoman like persona is the burglary at the beginning. That's about it. Like how she goes through and she tries to steal shit.
They showed an actual robbery for once.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
But past that, you didn't really like get a lot about Catwoman, if you know what I mean. Like it was just kind of like like
Never knew she had a sister. That's for sure.
right. Like I always thought in the series, like I know in the main continuity of DC, she had that one girl that used to work with her as a hoe.
Little girl, yeah.
Yeah. Where that was like her, the person that tagged along with her everywhere.
It's like year one Batman. I saw that.
Yeah.
She's also black in that one, I think, and tall as fuck. It's like she's 5'11" in that one.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember. There's so many series that keeps like retroing everything.
Yeah. But so far, the only one that's actually fit the character none of these so far have fit the One Bad Day. Let's just get that out of the way completely. But the only one that fit the like personality of the character is Penguin.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Shit.
The Riddler did not fit.
Pathetic as fuck, but still the Penguin.
Right. Still has that like cocky attitude.
The only thing I can say is like he was too understanding his patheticness instead of being completely oblivious to it is one thing I didn't like. Like
True.
He's always delusional on his own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm hot shit and I'm always hot shit no matter fucking what.
Yeah.
But this week he's like, oh, I'm a loser, just like Teddy, whatever his fucking kid's name was. Theodore, whatever. I gotta pay $100 to have friends.
Right.
He would never say that shit.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Because even like the character's responses to him in the story is like, you've always been an asshole, Oswald.
No, I haven't. Like he just like completely ignores him.
Because like his responses weren't what Penguin would say.
That was actually too human, like a real person to be the Penguin.
Yeah. And then I kept everything under control for you, Batman.
I did it all for you, Batman. I do everything for you, Batman. It's like he's the fucking, that was actual Penguin. So I keep the shit under control because of me. This is my city. I keep it in check. That's the Penguin.
Yes. But the rest of it, personality wise, no. The story overall was a Penguin story, but none of them have fit the fucking One Bad Day though yet.
Not to mention, he took fucking, what I would assume is like 9 to 12 fucking hammer fists to the face and got right back up. It's like, it's a
just with the one black eye or whatever.
Yeah, he should have been fucked up. His nose should have been crooked all over it, like different fucking angles.
Should have.
Like his nose is so long it can break like different spots. So it's like three fucking angles it moves it.
That's so fucked up, but it could.
I saw once a guy. I saw a guy at the store. Right, his nose was just fucking smashed in. Like I've never seen that before. Like his nose was broken.
Oh,
Like it was just like a like right here, just crushed in. To like I can only imagine he couldn't breathe through his nose at all.
oh.
Like his nose was fucking dented in. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? Why didn't you, get it fixed? I think I would go crazy if I couldn't breathe through my nose.
That would bother me, yeah. Like you can get one of the God. There's those like older shows where it's like you put two sticks up in your nose and you pop it back into place.
Oh God. Some in the first Rocky movie, he's like, 72 fights, never broke my nose, and he fought Apollo Creed and broke his nose the first round. He broke my nose.
Right off the like out of the get go.
Like you gotta expect your nose to get broken in boxing.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't mean you want to.
No. I mean, you can try to prevent it, but it doesn't
block.
Right.
You can't block everything though.
No. At least one's gonna get through.
Yeah. Just hopefully it's not the lucky one that knocks you the fuck out.
Yeah, you don't want that. What I find funny is a lot of people think that you actually get knocked out cold for a long time, and it's not. It's like a short period.
It's actually dangerous if you do.
It's brain damage at a certain point.
Well, like when they thought Manny Pacquiao was dead,
Yeah.
because he was laying there for so fucking long.
Like, are you okay?
People were freaking the fuck out. But man, he fucked up. He double stepped too fast, and the guy just rocked him with an overhand. Never seen Manny Pacquiao get dropped like that. He's like, brrr. And then he was just laying there for fucking like at least 10 minutes. I was like, God, he's fucking dead. Even his coach said, like, I thought he was dead. I'm like, damn.
But he wasn't.
Fucking terrifying.
He wasn't dead though.
All right, I guess we pick up next time for the next one bad day.
Yeah.
These are all gonna be one bad day.
One bad day a week for you. All right. We got two options here. We can go into Reddit or we can talk about some Digimon.
What are we gonna talk about Digimon?
Well, I might save that for next week. About the Dark Masters.
The Dark Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Is it those four?
Yeah.
With Puppetmon.
Yeah.
Puppetmon like fucking 87 episodes.
Yeah.
Because he had the longest fucking
where he fucked with TK the entire time.
He fucked with everybody. I remember like his shit was the longest out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because like we got to the next one, right? And like it was like done and done. I'm like, what? But Puppetmon had like fucking, he had like a fuck. I can tell the writer enjoyed Puppetmon because of how much more screen time he had.
True.
Than all the other ones.
Yeah, he really did. Puppetmon was the one that got like you even got the sob story of how he never had friends and stuff like that.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he was an asshole with that fucking mallet.
He wanted to be friends with TK.
He had that mallet that could shoot bullets.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, he was all business in that fucking carnival ride he was always riding in.
Yeah.
Then he would just catch him randomly on the fucking forest and beat the hell out of him. And I'm like, what the
What was funny is that a lot of people forgot that he was a mega level.
Yeah.
Like he was
legit.
Like strong as fuck. Then you had Metal Seedramon, which got fucked by War Greymon.
Exactly. Like none of them, like Puppetmon was the man.
Do you remember how that motherfucker died?
Puppetmon?
No.
Which one?
Metal Seedramon. Okay, do you remember how War Greymon could spin? Like with his claws ahead of him and...
Oh, yeah.
Where it's called Draymond Tornado or something like that?
Yeah. That like...
He went down his gullet and out his ass.
Jesus.
Yeah.
My booty hole.
Fuck him.
Not my booty hole. Anything but my booty hole.
Then you had Machine Dramon, where it was like a fucking like cannons on his back and stuff like that, kind of dinosaur looking thing.
Right. I swear none of them like had the same like aura to me.
No.
Like Puppetmon.
No. And then you had Piedmon, the creep.
I don't remember any of them but Puppetmon.
Do you remember Piedmon at all? What he looked like?
No.
Where he looked like a clown, like a jester. He only had two swords on his back.
Weird.
He got fucked by Magna Andromon. Magna Angemon. Not Andromon, but Angemon.
Right.
The one where he had the Excalibur sword.
I don't know, like, it's so weird. Like, the only one I remember is the one guy.
Puppetmon.
Because he had like fucking 50 episodes just dedicated to him.
Yeah.
And the rest had like 3 or 4. I don't remember.
Like, the only time you, like, even with Piedmon, the only time that you seen him is whenever he was going after TK and Kari.
Wait, did they all attack at the same time, or did they all take turns?
They destroyed them all at different times.
Okay.
Like like I said, who was it that Metal Seedramon was destroyed by War Greymon, so that was Tai. Machine Dramon, I can't remember who he was destroyed by. Puppetmon was destroyed by TK, if I remember right. And then TK and Kari both beat Piedmon. Because during the fight with Piedmon, he turned everybody into keychains. Yeah.
I'll put you in my pocket.
Like he had a Greymon and a TK, or sorry, a Greymon, a Tai, a Matt, where they were all keychains just on the side.
It's got the whole collection.
Yep. So he's going after TK and Kari.
Weird.
So it was Angemon and Angewomon that were fighting against Piedmon.
Great choice, Angewomon. You didn't even try.
No.
For a solid name, Angewomon.
Yeah. And basically with that too, she was so scantily clad. It's like, that's when you first like, okay, I'm into women now. What I always found funny is that like Angemon was always like the overpowered character. Like he was the savior at the end of the day.
Yeah, because he was like level champion. It was like as strong as a Mega.
Right. Because he fucked up Devimon.
Yeah.
And then he fucked up, what was it? He was able to fight Myotismon, the vampire one.
Yeah.
Like Myotismon was an ultimate level.
I remember when they first went back to Earth for the first, I was flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I was so used to them in Digiworld.
Yeah.
And like, oh, they're back on Earth? What is this shit all?
Yeah.
And then that vampire was just fucking chilling all over the fucking place.
Yes.
Like,
Myotismon.
Him and that fucking little bat.
Devimon.
Yeah. They were fucking just having the time. Because it doesn't make any sense. Because like, what are they doing? Like, what did they do in this world? Like, what were they doing to like actually like cause any problems?
He was killing people.
Okay, so he was doing something.
Yes.
That they probably didn't show in the kids show.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. And they showed him in the kids show. Don't worry.
They did?
Yeah.
Shit,
they showed.
I blocked it out.
Where he was sitting there drinking blood. That's the difference between Pokemon and Digimon. There was actually death. Like I said, whenever you see Metal Seedramon get ripped from ass to mouth, like
from mouth to ass.
Yeah, mouth to ass. Yeah.
Let's see what's straight up his asshole.
It's
first.
That'd be really fucked up.
Like, not my booty hole.
Or the one where it's who was it? Myotismon killed Wizardmon.
Wizardmon.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
The one where he had the little like wizard hat and stuff.
I remember my favorite, Pixiemon.
That dude. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Pixiemon. Where he trained people.
Fucking this big.
The funniest part, he was an ultimate level.
Yep.
It's like but you look at him, it's like, oh, he's like a little cute character.
It's like, I'll show you cute.
It's like, I'll fuck you up.
Live, his fucking voice drops. What you talking about?
He goes from talking real high to, what the fuck you say?
Hey, bub. I always consider him as like Wolverine. Hey, bud. Because he's shorter, you know, but still lethal as fuck. What you talking about, bud?
Yeah, Pixelmon was overpowered. Nobody knew it.
You had that fucking monkey that was, so it was the Monkeymon, or whatever the fuck he was called?
Edamon.
Him?
And he was an Elvis Presley impersonator.
Yeah, him and Puppetmon were so like iconic to me.
Yeah.
Because one, like they were just constantly like up their ass.
Yeah.
Like that's all they did was just fucking bother the fuck out of these kids.
Yep.
And they were just so like impersonable, I guess, or like to me, like they seemed so like that was the first villains I actually kind of liked. Because like, you know, as a kid, you're like, you're not supposed to like the villains.
Yeah.
Like these guys are pretty cool. They're fucking assholes, but like they're legit villains.
Yeah. What's funny is that Edamon came back later on.
As a silver one?
Metal Edamon.
Yeah.
And he still got fucked. It's like, oh, come on, guys.
But he was like always up their ass for like all that desert season or whatever the episodes there were.
Yep.
And then Puppetmon in the forest constantly. He was always like one of that fucking carnival. Was it like the like a horse drawn carriage or some shit?
Yeah, where it was a stage.
Like he was just constantly there. Like that shit would just pop up randomly.
Yeah.
Like surprise.
Yeah, and he'd throw concerts basically. Where he'd get up there and start talking into the mic.
No, not him. Puppetmon.
Puppetmon.
Was it he in a horse-drawn carriage or some shit like that? Because I know he was driving like a fucking whale or something. Edamon.
Well, he had that trailer.
Yeah, he had that big ass fucking vehicle. But Puppetmon had something like he would just kind of like he would just end up rolling up in front of these kids one day and just pop out and beat their ass.
It might have been
and
like a horse.
Fucking dibs.
Yeah.
And he was always fucking, here's the fucking melee.
What I do find funny though is that throughout the entire series, like even though when you start off with Devimon, they're all like subordinates of the Dark Masters
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning. Like they reference the Dark Masters without saying the Dark Masters throughout the entire series.
Well, the Dark Master is
The four,
Puppetmon of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
but they kind of reference them, like where Edamon, I'm not the strongest, but I'm gonna be. He's like, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. But yeah.
As a person, yeah. He was that for sure. Butt-ass naked monkey
With sunglasses,
with sunglasses.
which is funny.
He was also one of Piximon's enemies, wasn't he?
Yes.
They fucking hated each other.
Him and Rookamon, I think. Or no, sorry, not Rookamon. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name right now. He was the like little character that was on all fours but red. Fuck. Can I remember his name?
Man.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. But he was like him and Piximon were together for a while.
Was it where Garurumon?
No. This was a rookie level.
Rookie level.
Yeah, like super base.
Oh, like one of his little sidekicks or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like where he followed Piximon around constantly.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I can't remember his damn name now though. That's annoying too.
Also going back, like how the plots were always like so loose.
Yeah.
Like I'm just watching, like there's not really much going, like there's not like enough relatability in the story for me to be like, huh, cool.
Right.
Like, I know, like as a kid, it's cool, but as I grow up, I'm like, there's nothing I can connect to this.
Right.
Like, because it's all plot and no story.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like, like kids talking about being back at home or their school life or something that I understand.
But see, that at least changed whenever they came out with the newer movies later on. After what was it? Digimon Adventure was the first one, and then there was Digimon Adventure 2, which was the one where they had the newer 3 kids come in. Like it had a little bit more plot to it, like where you could actually understand the story behind it. And then Digimon Tri and Digimon Last Digivolution, I think, like where they actually explain what Digimon are throughout the entire thing. So like the Digivices, apparently the more your Digimon evolves or digivolves, the faster the time counter goes backwards on it to where they can't evolve or you don't see them anymore at all and they disappear completely.
But wait, so what are they?
They're digital creatures.
Oh.
But the more you try to save the world, the faster they go away from your life.
That sucks.
Basically. So the last Digivolution, Garurumon and Greymon digivolve to their final forms, like out of everything.
So what's their final forms?
Like
Mega Ultimate?
Kind of.
Mega?
They look a lot more humanoid. I'll put it that way.
They sure started doing that. That's started making them smaller instead of being fucking gigantic.
Yeah, because like I think War Greymon was the first time that you had a Mega that was kind of normal sized.
Yeah.
Technically, he's like still like 7 or 8 feet tall, but let's see. Final Digivolution. Yeah, because the name of the movie was called The Last Evolution Kizuna.
Kizuna.
Yeah.
Kizuna. Aruba. Ambry. My favorite is still season 3 with all the digicards. Digicards. That rooster guy. They had also a little moniker about them too.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what they were called. Like the 12 somethings, or I can't remember.
Right. See, that's the last Digivolution of War Greymon.
Damn, he's fucking either the buffest or the skinniest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's like 57 pack. Like he's like a fucking 82 pack.
Yeah. But he looks a lot more humanoid compared to his War Greymon setup, basically.
So what level is that?
It's still Mega, because it can't go past Mega. But and he's a lot shorter too, which is funny.
It's 4'2",
because he's only a little bit taller than Ty.
Ty's gotten taller.
He's not basically an adult in this at that point.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then let me see if I can find Garurumon.
It's just an English Mastiff. Be fucking like a live action picture of a dog.
Let's see. Trying to find pictures of these people is sometimes hard.
Type in hentai.
I'm sure that would come right up.
That'll help you find it. There it is.
It's like, oh yeah, we can find that for you. It's like, no, I don't want to see that.
Got you, bro.
It's like, nah, I don't really want to see that. Nah, we're good. Because that's the like poster to it.
Metal. Cause it looks like a human with a mask on.
Yeah, basically.
Is that what they're supposed to be?
It's like, because it basically their final Digivolution form is
Like them, like they're trainers.
Yeah,
interesting.
That's why they look a lot more human than what you would expect. But that's like once they digivolve into those forms, at the end of it, they go away completely.
So that last form is the last one?
Literally their last form. And you can never see them again.
Geez, so they're just like peace and they disappear?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So wait, could I just keep them as, if I just kept them as regular Metal Garurumon or Metal Greymon?
They would last longer. Yeah. So like I said, with the whole Digidestin thing.
But is it inevitable that they have to disappear?
Because as Digidestin, you're trying to save the world constantly. So the more times your Digimon digivolves, the faster they go away.
It's not like they live in a simulation.
Kind of.
Like they actually live in a simulation.
Yeah.
If it's all Digidestins and all this digital stuff.
Yeah. So that's why, yeah. Which you don't find that out until that last movie. Like that was the
final.
Like you, what would you like the
swan song?
Yeah. You figure out exactly what Digimon really are, basically.
Who was the main bad guy?
I do not remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie now.
It's also funny they never had other like kids be the bad Digidestined.
They did.
Okay, making sure.
And then he ended up becoming their friend. But yeah.
The goddamn Green Ranger.
Yeah. It was a guy named Ken in Digimon Adventure 2, where he had Wormmon.
Wormmon?
Yeah. Where it's always like where Wormmon was always kind of like, I don't know if we should do this, Ken. He's like, I don't know, you're gonna fuck it up.
So it's just causing like, it's like a bad idea, boss.
And then it's like, I don't know if we should do this, but I'll fuck him up for you.
So he was actually a good guy.
Like he was always like that, like conscious in the back saying some stuff. And you got Ken, just fucking do it, Wormmon.
Why was he the bad guy? What was his little origin?
The story of it was Myotismon from the first season, or like the first set of seasons anyway, because the way that anime ran, it wasn't like seasons like we have here. Yeah. But the first
season 1's like 87 episodes. Season 2's like 3.
Right. Like the Digimon Adventure, like with the first group of kids anyway.
Yeah.
You have Myotismon that was defeated by Metal Garurumon and Wargreymon and got digitized, right? Well, apparently his code took over a human and showed up at the very end of Digimon Adventure 2 as Malomyotismon. Like, it was a weird concept, but you had every possibility of Digivolution was possible at the end of it. So like every version of Angemon, every version of Greymon, they all fucked him up basically.
Interesting.
Because they were all able to exist at once.
I remember the second ones had a different digit evolution, didn't they?
The Digi Eggs.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, like the Egg of Courage, the Egg of Friendship. Yeah.
I kind of thought that was cool at first, and I kind of got tired of it.
Like it was funny too, because what was his name? Fuck. The character that basically replaced Ty. Damn, can't remember. David. That was his name. David, yeah. But it was funny because he had a whole thing the entire season where he had like a rivalry with TK, because TK's a little bit older in this instead of a little kid.
That, yeah.
But that dude David loved Kari, that one girl that's Matt's sister, or Ty's sister, his little sister, the one that has Angel Woman.
Yeah.
Like he was in love with her the entire.
So wasn't it them two, and also the other kid that was like the smart one? Wasn't like he was much older than all the rest of them?
Is he?
Was it he there too?
No, are you talking about Joe, the one that had Ikakumon?
The glasses?
Yeah, Joe.
I thought it was the other one, the Izzy one.
Izzy's the one that was always on the computer.
Yeah, that one.
Where he's real short.
Wasn't he also part with the group there?
They were all still part of season 2. They were just like the original kids were just older.
So they were in the season as well?
Yeah, all of them. Like they show up randomly, but yeah.
Right.
Like they're all still there. and like all the evolutions.
All
and
more
stuff.
experienced.
Yeah, basically.
Go straight to mega level.
Like you have Matt wanting to be part of a band and stuff, but it's funny though because David he hates TK, like he hates TK because TK and Kari have a friendship from the original series.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to fucking go with her, and you're right there.
You fucking fucking son of a bitch.
It was funny though because there's one specific episode that I will always remember where it's got Vimon, the little blue guy, that's part of like with David. And they're going to this underground city to destroy these black spires because apparently it corrupts Digimon, and that's what this dude Ken was creating at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it sounds crazy, but they go to the city and there's not a spire inside this like domed underground city.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of having to Digi-Egg evolve, or evolve with Digi-Eggs basically, or armor Digivolve. The reason that they had to armor Digivolve to begin with is that these black spires make it so you can't normal Digivolve.
Oh.
So that was like why they had to find these.
So Digiworld just created a whole new version of self-defense, I guess?
Basically, yeah. So like they had to use the armor Digivolve because they could not normal like champion Digivolve like they normally would. So their Digivices wouldn't allow them to do it. Basically, but since this didn't have a black spire in it, instead of Patamon digivolving into Pegasusmon with the armor Digivolve, he was actually able to digivolve into Angemon.
His regular.
Again. Yeah. He got David like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, Kari's Digimon is Angemon. He's like, son of a bitch. He's like, I tried so fucking hard. It's like, you got the two opposing ones that are already together, basically.
Oh, because they have
And he's like, he turns around to Vimon, do you have an angel form?
Oh my gosh, shit.
It's like Vimon, and I know, David, I don't.
Not that I know of.
Like his only.
Was that a manual? No.
Like, no, I don't, David.
No.
I'll just never forget that because it's like the look of David's face, like, what the fuck?
My guess is David never got the girl.
No, I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure it was TK the entire time.
Nice. So he just had a fucking hater for the whole fucking series.
Yes, he really did.
Wasn't David like the main guy, sort of?
He took the place. Yeah, he took the place of Ty because Ty gave him those goggles even that he had from the original series.
Goggles that he never fucking put on.
Yeah. Kind of like Naruto. Naruto never put them on either.
A waste of fucking. What'd you need those goggles for, you son of a bitch? Ain't no damn sandstorms here.
Did you notice that every main character had the goggles though back then? Like from all animes? Which is kind of weird, but...
Huh, I guess
I'm being facetious, but like a large majority of main characters had something really weird that stood out perfectly as soon as you seen them.
Oh.
So like for Digimon, it was the goggles. When you first meet Naruto, it's goggles. Yugi, it's his fucking hair.
Which is his hair, like, because like it doesn't look like real, you know?
Yeah, it looks like like two pieces of paper, just one like thinner in front of the other.
Like he's just bald and he put a fucking wig, but the wig's hard as a rock. Like it's just like a solid piece, you know? It's like being malleable.
Right? He looks like if he turned his head, it'll just be flat.
I've never seen hair like that. It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's so fucking distracting.
Like the other ones made a little sense.
They all had an actual haircut. Yeah. Like Kaiba had that fucking wavy hair. Joey had that fucking like the front like swept over.
Yeah. Like the bully version for all anime at the time.
Yeah. And, you know.
Tristan had the mohawk.
Fucking Pegasus had a fucking long white hair.
Right.
But Yugi's shit looked fucking weird as fuck. So the guy knew how to draw hair. He just decided to fuck Yugi over.
And give him that one piece that hangs down.
Like one piece. This is the only piece of actual hair. The rest is something else.
A piece of paper. Origami.
It's just a helmet that he fucking drew. Like he just made the whole fucking symbol on top.
And he's got the blonde in front of the purple.
Yeah, that's what gets me. It makes me so fucking mad. Like, what the fuck? What is your fucking hairstyle?
And what's also funny is that no matter how he turns his head, it still looks the same. Like, it just turns with it.
Like, there'd be a windy ass fucking day, right? Everyone's hair's moving but fucking his.
No, just a strand.
Just a strand. Everything else is fucking held on tight.
And if I remember right, it really was only the strand that moved, like whenever Kaiba came in on the helicopter and stuff. Just that one strand moving. It's his one piece of hair.
Weird. It's such a weird fucking series. Not to mention, like, Kaiba was supposed to be his Vegeta.
Yes.
Which is like almost every character has a Vegeta.
Yeah.
I mean, like even Luffy is Vegeta's Zoro, but
Yeah.
because it's like his sidekick, but like also kind of like his rival.
Yeah.
Back in the day, because they're so equal.
Yeah.
But like Kaiba was never Yugi's fucking rival because he beat him every single time they played. Like,
Yeah.
To the point that Kaiba was gonna fucking throw himself off of the fucking castle.
Yes.
if
Just
he
to
lost.
win.
And I'm like, you gotta be.
And you got Yugi. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't let him die.
I'd just be like, man, clench your butt cheeks when you land in the water and fucking boom, I don't fucking beat him. Cause like that is right there is the cheapest shit I've ever. Like you're gonna fucking kill yourself so your rival doesn't beat you.
Yes. Because Yugi had him dead to rights the entire time.
Like every time they played, he beat him.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you're just gonna kill yourself because you can't beat Yugi. Are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
And Yugi's like, I couldn't see you win. Like, that's right, I thought, bitch. Like, what are you talking about, Kaiba? You fucking lunatic.
It's like, Yugi, if you destroy my monster, it's gonna create a shockwave that throws me off this wall.
Because I'm gonna stand up on this fucking wall right here. Like, get back, get down. You fucking psycho.
It's like he's the richest person in that universe.
And he's also just a petty loser.
Yes.
So he was never his Vegeta.
No.
Because that was one of the few that didn't have a rival of his caliber.
No.
I'd almost say it was Joey, because Joey kept fucking Joey was the one putting in work on everybody.
Yeah. That would make more sense though. Even Ash had Gary.
Right.
Somehow Gary
Gary used to bump into me in the video games at the worst fucking time. When like 2 Pokemon fainted, 3 at half health, and I'm like, hey, it's me, Gary. I'm like, fuck. Not Gary.
Come on, Gary.
I just barely got out of this fucking mountain alive.
What I never understood is how old was Gary?
Was he the same age as Ash?
But how did he have all those chicks in those episodes where it's like all these girls just riding with him and shit?
Because they're just pedophiles. I don't know.
Like that's what I'm wondering. It's like, how fucking old is Gary? It's like, I'm 10.
He's like 34 years old. Like, hey, catch you just to pick some little kid to fucking bully his whole fucking life.
That'd be so fucked up, and it'd be funny. It's like, my name used to be Blue.
Oh god, instead of red. Yeah. He was interesting, and they kind of just dropped him off after a while. I wish he just kept bumping in like, "What's up, loser?" Trying to show you what I've done. I wish it had been Gary in the championship that Ash finally won the world championship.
Yeah.
So guess what? It's Gary. He's like, "Oh shit, it's Gary."
They didn't do the last episode very good.
The final episode of Pokemon.
Yeah. Like,
Huh?
nah.
He won the championship though.
Yeah, but
I wanna be the man.
It only took 25 fucking years. Like
47-year-old Ash Ketchum.
somebody said he can finally wake up from that coma.
Oh yeah, the one from the birds that killed him. That would be fucked up.
If he just woke up and it's like, it was a dream.
Pikachu died in the explosion. He's like, oh no.
It's like, we have Pikachu's ashes there.
He lost one of his arms. He got burnt off from the fucking LR. Like he had to amputate.
Yeah.
They got mashed in the fucking. I was watching this new show, not new, but it's new to me, called Yellow Jackets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard about it, but it's about these.
I've seen the ad things for it on
these
Amazon.
girls end up like crash landing, like they're going to the championship of soccer, and so it was very low news for everybody. Like, it's just soccer. So they're up on this private plane, and the fucking motherfucker lands in the wilderness, up in like near Seattle, like all that fucking deep ass forest up there.
Yeah.
In the Northwest, and they end up like eating each other. Like these little young girls go fucking insane.
Oh God.
Like, yeah, like they start like having hunting parties where like they start worshiping this forest deity, and like whoever comes up with this card or something, they become a sacrifice, and then they just cut her up and eat her. Because it starts with like a bunch of them surviving the plane crash.
Right.
Like a lot of the one of the adults, a couple of kids, and like a couple of boys, and like all the rest of it's like the soccer team of all girls, like 18, 17, 18.
Right.
Because they're all like almost college age. Some of them are junior varsity, so they're about like 16, 15.
Yeah.
So it's a whole bunch of them. But like it cuts off between that time happening, like 1997, I think, to the year 2021, years later, and like the adults going through their life, and then always referencing back to what happened back then, because they were when you find out as an adult, there's only 8 survivors, but when they crash landed, there was a whole bunch of them. So a lot of them died somehow.
Right.
Some of them getting eaten. And he's like, the only ones that know what happened out there is us, or they're dead. So like, it's always a reference to what happened back then, all the crimes they committed, because they did a lot of stuff, the cannibalisms, right up there, and they were up there for 19 months. And it's season 3, and it's only been like they got one more winter to go, and they still got too many survivors. So they're gonna be cutting off a lot of them. So only 8 came out alive. But one of the coaches gets his leg underneath this fucking piece of plane. They come up to fucking lift the plane up, and it's just fucking mush. Like his whole bottom of his leg below his knee is just like liquid.
Oh,
Because they got, I guess, superheated and crushed. So
yeah.
I'm just like, so I don't know why I just remember the breaking legs reminded me of that. But man, it looked fucking gruesome.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
I wants to lose a leg randomly now.
No, never ever take your health for granted. Basically,
That's true.
if you can walk, actually get up and walk every once in a while.
Just fucking start bucking it, huh?
All right, you ready for some Reddit?
I thought we did Pokemon or Digimon just now. That was what the whole conversation was.
Well, I never went into any of it, so
All right, go ahead.
it's only a couple. So, anyway,
See what we got.
because we're gonna be wrapping this up.
ADHD?
Yeah, it's a lot of ADHD. It's a lot of ADHD. All right, so the first one is it is by McDisc in 18. McDiskin.
McDiskin. Interesting.
This person puts, I can't stand checking out broke or cheap people. So he's like, by broke people, I mean people who can't stand to pay anything that's over $1 and expect everything to be free to 99 cents.
How the fuck would they come into a store then?
It's like you're shopping at a discount store. What you're buying is already cheap. So what's their logic? Tell me why I spend 10 freaking minutes with just 5 minutes left till close on a woman who can't stand to buy $100 worth of shirts, candy, and other different items, even though everything but the candy was $5 or more. Her total was like 113 something, and that was just the craziest thing she had ever heard. Like, why are these assholes so against spending their money? Bitch, what do you think it's for? Like, you brought up almost 30 items for me to scan, but only want to buy 20 of them. Fuck you.
Is that or they want like 3 bags for like 160 items? It's like, can you put them in as little bags as you can? Like, I can't. You brought too much stuff to do that. I don't know what you want me to do. It's not an infinite sized bag. You can just keep stuffing.
No, it's not an item box, okay? It's not anime.
Like, if you have 100 items, I guarantee they're not going to fit in 2 bags.
Then she had the small conversation with the person with her saying, he sent me 150. He owes me 155. He needs to give me my $5. Wow, bitch. How are we going to pay the bills without your $5?
Isn't it only 113? What?
I think this dude's having a mental issue, like, talking about this story. Then she got mad that I took off one of the things she apparently didn't tell me to take off, which is why, why does it matter, you cheap asshole? It's over $5, so obvious it's out of your budget. Then the next asshole wants to say, when it's close to $20, stop scanning.
I can do that, no problem.
Yeah, it's not really that hard, but this person apparently doesn't like it.
I don't like doing nothing in retail.
If you knew you only had $20 on you, then why the fuck did you bring the items up?
Okay, so that I do understand. Like, why did you bring this many stuff if you knew damn well you couldn't afford it?
Yeah, that you knew were going to come up to be more than $20.
But I guess, like, it makes sense. Like, they're trying to see how far it gets to.
Right.
But still, like, if they leave me a basket of 150 items, I'm like, you motherfucker.
Then this mall cop was next, and just like a regular asshole customer.
Then Paul Blart himself rolled up.
He doesn't read what the card machine says and just presses on the screen like an idiot and swiping his card, even though it never said it was ready for him to do so.
Oh, they'll put their card in, like, as I'm still scanning. And I'm like, it's not going to do nothing. It's not going to charge you.
No.
In fact, you're going to freeze up my register doing that.
I did not help him at all. Finally, this woman came up next, and she just stared at me with their items in her hand. Put them down on the damn counter if you want them. Why do customers also do that? Why do customers do that also? I swear almost everybody was trying to get on my last nerve and push me over. There was only 2 out of 6 customers who I could tolerate the entire time.
Yeesh.
I only had 6 customers? Like, bro.
That's it. It's a lightweight.
Right. This whole thing made me so angry that I'm close to crying right now. I hate people. I hate people. I hate people. I'm completely dreading going to work Thursday and Saturday. Like, damn.
You got a day off.
I know. Lightweight over here. I got to work 2 days. Fuck you.
For an hour, apparently, because I only got 6 customers. Or I guess for like 30 minutes, because there's no way I'd have 6 customers in the first 5 minutes.
Next one is by Turbulent Papaya 910. This person puts, just not too long ago, a Karen came up to me.
It's a Karen.
No good morning, no hello.
So bad for the actual Karens. Like,
the person named Karen.
Yeah, like, oh.
No good morning, no hello. Just starts immediately spitting her number out to me. I just couldn't, man. I said, good morning. She was like, are you going to put my phone number in or not? I said, good morning, like 4 more times before.
Wait, what's the phone number? What's the thing?
Like for like rewards.
Oh.
Like every, like, you know how every place you go to retail, they all have their like customer loyalty programs.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Okay.
But she just starts spitting the number out to him.
I'm like, okay, done. I just try to get him out as fast as possible.
He wants a good morning back.
Fuck all that. Fuck the good morning, man. You can leave, because I know people like that, they'll trip out for over nothing. So get them out as fast as you can.
I said good morning like 4 more times before she said good morning back. It's possible she was hard of hearing, but nevertheless. I also laughed my ass off, honestly. If she kept it going, I would have flat out been like, lady, I can't help you until you acknowledge me.
She did acknowledge you. She gave you the phone number.
Exactly.
You'll be okay. Sometimes you gotta just let people be that like that and just not worry about it.
I think these people are letting some of the...
They're too sensitive.
Oh, like, you can tell they're not veterans.
They get practically spit in my face. I'm like, all right, have a good day.
Have a good one, bye.
I don't care. Be gone with me. Be gone from me.
Next one is by Shoddy Pressure 6894. This person puts, I work at a phone store as a manager. Had my new rep charge a customer for restocking fee without disclosing it to the customer.
Restocking fee?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean restocking fee?
A restocking fee.
Just stand up and put it back.
Yeah. They are on an account type that does not offer a refund, as it is pay as you go. I told her she can dispute the charge with her bank, but as far as what I can do in the store almost 2 months later is slim to none. She called me a few weeks later today and told me that she did not see the credit I had told her I would give her on her account. We are a small store, so I recognize her immediately.
Damn.
It's like, oh.
The regulars ones are the ones to get you.
Yeah. I asked her, what credit? And she said, you told me there'd be a credit. You would credit me back for the restocking fee. I told her, ma'am, I did not tell you that. I told you that if you wanted, you could dispute it with your bank. I am not able to credit accounts. I do not have the authority. She then goes on a tyrant, says that I am discriminating against her, and tells me I will never trust another person because of you.
Like the person, like in her whole life?
Apparently.
Gonna be distrustful about everybody, her family, everybody? Huh?
And then started cussing at me, calling me a fucking scam artist. So I said, ma'am, if you continue to cuss at me, I will hang up. And she continued. Hung up on her, I did.
Weird.
It's like, oh, okay. Next one is by Minty Moose Tracks. This person puts, this is, it's a back and forth. So it's, me. What's your phone number? For rewards. Customer gives me your phone number. Me. Susan? Like, reading the name off, like, this you? Customer. No. Me. Okay, perhaps I mistyped it. Can I have the number again? The customer gives me your phone number again. Me. So the number the number is bringing up an account for Susan. Do you have another phone number to try? The customer. I am Susan. Me.
Did I not just ask you? Did I just say? Did I not just shout your name to you?
Me. That's what I said before. The customer. I guess I'm not paying attention. Haha.
Okay. I'll let that slide.
While her husband is standing beside her the whole time, not saying nothing.
They never do, actually. I mean, you'd be surprised how little the men actually talk.
Yeah, they don't say shit.
They try to get out of there as fast as possible, too.
Next one is by No Pie 420. This person puts, one day last month, I tried to purchase a sandwich while on my break. All of the other checkout lines were super long. I'm pretty sure it was a Sunday. So I headed for the self-checkout lane as usual. There's two people ringing up their stuff, one middle-aged woman with an entire shopping cart full of crap, and a young man in his 20-somethings with less than 10 items scanning stuff as slow as molasses.
You've never seen molasses.
You've never seen slow people? You haven't been to a Walmart checkout. I immediately gave up waiting on the lady whenever I saw the size of her mound.
So you haven't been to a Golden Corral at 7 a.m. on Sunday? You don't know what slow is with all those old people.
I know, it's true. Before church.
Oh, Lord. You die of starvation before you ever get in line.
You get that one dry biscuit left.
Fucking slobbered on because they spit on it. Drooling all over the place.
I must have
and the smell. The old people smell all over the...
Oh, God. You haven't been into retirement communities. Oh, I have. Those things are something. Sorry, not retirement communities. Nursing homes. Oh, there's a difference. One smells like piss and shit. The other one does not.
Weird. You think they'd be like more clean, with the
nursing homes? They don't give a fuck.
That's fucked up.
They don't give a fuck.
They let these old people live in piss and shit?
Yeah, they'll let them sit in their own shit for a long time.
Fucked up. That's elder abuse.
They don't give a fuck.
Jesus.
I must have stood there for at least 8 minutes waiting on this dude, each moment getting more and more impatient in my head. Come on, hurry up. I'm not even going to have enough time to open up the packaging whenever I get back.
I'm fucking starving.
Again, the other lanes were all long as hell, so I didn't really have much of an option to go anywhere else. The man finishes ringing up his produce. Then I noticed that the man freeze, look up at me, look back at the screen, then look back at me. It's like, what? This is what he thinks in his head. The man turns to me and says, slow as hell. What number do I punch in for eggs?
The hell would he ask me for? I'd be like, what the fuck?
Apparently he's got his uniform on still.
Oh, so just assume he works.
Right.
Wait, does he work there?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, fuck.
So this guy thinks in his head, you got to be fucking kidding me. The guy.
675-309.
He tells the guy, he's like, there is no number to punch in. You scan the barcode.
He's like, what the fuck is a barcode?
Literally, that's what he said. The barcode.
Bitch, what the fuck have you been scanning this whole time? You just been hoping the magic machine will pick it up?
The barcode? Let me do it, I say, desperately trying to find the strength to keep from strangling this dude. I take the carton of eggs for him, scan them, and give them back.
Just slam on the counter.
That's how you scan the barcode. Just then, some idiot from the line next to us decides to chime in. This is what the person says. And then you gawk at the price.
You gawk at the price. That's what I killed him, Your Honor.
He says sing-songingly, giggling at his own lame-ass quip.
Bitch, I make the egg prices. It ain't my fault. These shit are $800 a piece.
I shoot him a death stare. Einstein, on the other hand, doesn't appear to get the joke.
He's like, Einstein.
He finally finishes up after taking a year to pay and begrudgingly
taking a year to pay. That's a good one. I like that. It's so subtle.
Because he's so slow.
And it almost sounds believable.
Exactly.
Instead of saying 1,000 days or 1,000 years, like a year to pay, it just sounds like legit.
And I begrudgingly ring up my food, only to have my timer go off in my pocket as soon as I finish up.
Damn.
I was about to fucking scream.
He walks out there, follows the guy out there, and beats the hell out of him. Not my eggs, please. They're $8 a piece.
Barcode? The fuck is that? Next one is by Key T3. 33. One spelled in the words, one the number.
Well, shit.
This person puts, so I work at a grocery store. I sell food, drinks, medicine, all that stuff. I was working at a register whenever a lady came up and started placing all of her stuff on the conveyor. And I started to scan it. As I said, the whole, how are you today? Would you like any bags? Blah, blah, blah. Eventually, she got to the 24-pack of water where I said, oh, ma'am, you don't have to take that out from the bottom of your card. I can get it with a hand scanner. So, being nice, obviously.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. I'll just put it up here. All right, if you say so. After that, I finished scanning her stuff. I bagged it up, said to have a great day, and moved on to the next customer. A little bit later, one of my friends running the service desk today came over when there was no customers and said he had a story for me. Apparently, that woman went to the service desk and wanted to complain about me.
Here we go. Let me guess why.
Because I was, quote, harassing her while being very sexist.
Oh, because he said, just leave it there?
Yeah.
And she just assumed because I'm a woman, I can't lift this whole
Yes.
heavy. I bitch, I wouldn't lift that shit up either if I didn't have to.
According to her, whenever I said that I would get the water for her, that was implying that as a woman, she was incompetent to lift the heavy item, and as a man, I should be doing the heavy lifting instead of her. Clearly, she's absolutely right, and I didn't have to say that I could scan it for her, not lift it, so that she didn't have to pick up anything heavy. I obviously said it just to harass her and be sexist.
Damn. Can't say shit anymore.
Come on now. Jesus Christ.
Why would I want to lift a fucking gallon of water if I don't have to?
Right. Well, you can go through a Costco line, and they're like, hey, let me get that for you. It's like, psh, by all means, feel free.
Thank you, bro. My asshole's broken from trying to lift that shit up.
It's like, I just lifted up that 30-pack. Please, scan it. I ain't got to do it now? Cool. I'm cool with that. Next one is by Mega Charizard.
Mega Charizard.
Yeah.
Is Mega Evolution.
Yeah, there is a Mega Charizard, so.
Yeah, no. It's also weird that it's not permanent.
No, it's weird.
It's interesting. That's the one that's not a real. Everything else is permanent, but I gotta go back to normal Charizard.
Right. Instead of Charizard X or Y.
It is weird why they would do a Mega version, or they even considered that at all.
Yeah. They tried to copy Digimon. That's why they went backward, too. Where it doesn't stay in that Mega level.
It's an interesting. The fact they even call him Mega is also. Well, this is an homage to Digimon.
No.
But then why just Charizard? Do any other?
There are a bunch of other ones.
Do they also do Mega Evolution?
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's Mega Gengar, Mega Mewtwo.
They go right back to normal?
Yeah.
So they're just Super Saiyans?
Kind of, yeah. So Mega Charizard says, I was clocking in by the register whenever a very sweet male coworker began ringing a woman out. Maybe 30 years old.
Ringing a woman out. That sounded...
I know.
So,
I know.
He's just giving her the fucking business.
Just ringing her out.
Write that down.
That's a good one, ain't
I was ringing her out.
it? He began ringing a woman out.
She was Sonic and I was knocking them coins out. So I can't get over that. Ringing her out.
Yes.
Why did that sound so dirty?
It does, and it was so innocuous, too.
Yeah, completely innocent. But I'm such a fucking filthy mongrel.
My coworker brightly says, hello, can I get your phone number, please? In their normal customer service voice, customer pauses and begins tearing up and says, are you mad at me? My coworker giggled and said, oh, no, not at all. I'm sorry. Customer began crying while paying for less than $20 purchase, asks for a manager. My manager comes up and she's still crying, tells my manager, I don't know what I did wrong. I try to be nice to everyone, but as your cashier was ringing me out.
They just kept it up. I think he knows exactly what he's fucking doing.
He had this intense, unspoken body language of anger towards me.
What does that look like?
I don't know. Because she said at the beginning, it's like he was like customer service voice.
Right.
But it's like, you fucking whore.
Like the mean face, but a light voice.
Or was it when he grabbed her and wrung her out?
That's what got her.
He didn't say or do anything mean, but his energy was so hateful towards me, and I don't know. It just ruined my day, and I'm in shock. He didn't want to talk to me or ask me how my day was going or anything, and I'm having a really bad day, so I really wanted to talk to somebody. I just hope they don't treat every customer like that because I felt pure anger from them.
You're going to feel it now, but if you didn't feel it before, I'd be mad as fuck.
My coworker did nothing to convey anger. He talked in his normal customer service voice and was super polite the whole time. I'm sorry, but asking a cashier, are you mad at me, is insane.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I think this lady was just having a mental breakdown.
Maybe.
Next one is by Boulder and Fire. This person puts, I just have to share since it happened about 30 minutes ago. I work at a department store. I work at a department store that starts with a K and ends with an Ols.
Start with a K and end with an O's?
Coles.
Cole. Oh, the old, okay.
Yeah. I was covering the customer service desk whenever a friend who was working there had to go to the bathroom. An older woman comes up to me and with her husband and says, yes, I have a pickup order. And I try to help her pull it up on her phone. I don't know why customers don't already have it pulled up before they get to the store, but you know, the connection is really bad in our store. So I just pull it up on my device and ask for her phone number. I find her order and tell her, oh, it's over there, and point to the shelf pickup. She's so confused, and I tell her the number and show her again. Still confused. I tell her to follow me so that I can get it for her. She goes, are you talking to me? I look around and there's no one else around. There's just her and her husband hasn't said a thing the whole time. That's a very common.
They never do.
So I walk over and get it myself and hand it to her because I'm not that, it's not that much trouble and I don't care, but I'm still confused. Who else would I have been talking to? I think that's why they're writing this, is that it's not like it was a hard job. It's just like, bitch, who else would I be talking to? Like, you. You're the only person around here. All right. And last one is by Mango Millie.
Mango Millie. So we had Papyrus Panic, and
Yes.
I don't know the one's coming now. Mango Millie.
With 3 eyes at the end.
I like the name. Mango Millie.
Yeah.
Millie. M-I-L.
M-E.
M-E.
M-E-L-L-I-I-I-I.
M-E-L-I-I-I.
Yeah. It's Preston Pitts. I'm currently a cashier. For some reason, they scheduled me to go on my 30-minute lunch after the other cashiers left. Not even 15 minutes into my break, this middle-aged guy holding 2 gallons of milk came into the break room to ask me if there's any cashiers.
Oh, damn.
I said, I am the only cashier and I'm on lunch, so he can use the self. I'm assuming self-checkout.
Yeah.
He tells me he doesn't want to do that. I said he can go up to the front desk. He mumbled and left. How the hell are these people navigating life? If there is no cashier, they just fall apart. I swear it's like people only come up desperately once I clock in for my lunch, not the 2 hours I was standing there previously.
That was neat. Like, anytime you walk away from the register, they fucking freak out.
Where are you at?
They run straight to the register. We gotta go.
Yeah.
That, or like when you haven't heard the register ringing for a while, and then you hear it, it's like a freaking cowbell. Like every person in that store runs up to the register.
All at the same time.
Like just like a psychosis.
I've told you how many times that whenever I'm doing my job, it's like as soon as you pull up, I gotta go. It's like, bitch, you didn't need to go before I got here. Like,
And all of a sudden, now that some form of entrapment has affected your life, now your whole fucking now you need to leave.
I had a lady yell at me, like, I need to go.
Well,
It's like, okay, like, what the
I would have got out like, you curing cancer? You gonna fix AIDS? If now you can wait just like everybody else.
She's like, I got a doctor's appointment.
Unless it's a doctor that's gonna help you with your...
With your retardedness, I don't know. Like,
It's weird.
you're gonna need some pills for this anger.
The level of impatience is insane. Like, I understand you have a busy life like everyone else, but man, you don't come to the store assuming you're gonna get out in time, because you're not.
No. Or they'll get in their car and just lay on the horn. It's like,
That would be even more annoying. It's almost like they're making a scene that's just embarrassing. Like,
you know what happens when they do that?
you honk your horn?
No, they wait longer.
Well, yeah.
That's whenever I start walking instead of jogging.
You
It's like,
start slowing down.
I do. As soon as I hear a horn, it's like, it start going slow-mo.
You just fucking fall down and just lay there. It's like, oh my God, I fucking killed him.
Sit down, take a smoke break. I don't smoke, but that's what would make it
You
even
just
funnier.
pull out a cigarette anyway.
You got him just for that
Out of
reason.
thin air.
You tap the cart and it's like, let's go ahead and smoke a cigarette. Break out a cigar. Something that'll take a really long time.
Oh, that fucking flip out.
At a certain point, I don't care no more. But that's all the Reddit I got today. Anything else to add before we head on out today?
Joker's pubes are green.
The more you know, star comes up.
The song comes out. Green ink
Ding,
rainbow.
ding, ding,
Green ink rainbow.
I'll put that at the end. I'll make a little short.
Am I wrong? Prove me wrong, America. Prove me wrong, internet. His pubes are green. I know it. I've seen it.
What's the only thing that makes sense? How the hell does his other hair turn green?
I don't know. His forearms are white.
He ain't got no hair.
He's lost hair.
So did all the rest of the hair just fall off?
Except for his bush got even thicker. Twice as thick.
Ass hair too?
Oh, that would look weird. Green ass hair. Fucking pulls his pants down, just all fucking forest in his back butt cheek. Looks like a fur coat.
It's like, this is why we joke, Batman.
You ever seen a green bush, Batman? Like Joker gets this weird as fuck.
It's brighter green than the Riddler.
There was a video I saw on TikTok where it was like it was animation, but it was Lego animation, and it was Batman in the bathroom getting beat up and held down, right, by all these guards, and then Joker comes in butt naked. He's like, "Turn him over," and then it just cuts away. I'm like, "Oh my god." What the fuck did I? It was basically the scene from American History X. If you remember that scene,
yeah,
where Edward Norton, the Hulk, is raped and he doesn't turn into the Hulk at all. Or you're waiting for like, when is he gonna turn into the Hulk?
It never happens.
Like he just gets fucking tore his ass cheeks apart.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck was this scene for?
the director really wanted it.
I guess like the whole scene was to prove that like he had to know his place in prison. Like you get raped by these, or you get raped by that. You gotta put the booty up for somebody. I'm like, my god. I remember like in Big Stan, the Robert Schneider movie, where he goes to jail, and so he goes to this bar to talk to this old convict, and he's like, "What do I do?" It's like, "Are you racist?" Like, no. Oh, that leaves out the Nazis. Like he's trying to figure out how he could survive in prison, right? Because he's like this office like blue. He's like a white collar criminal.
Yeah.
So he's not hard criminal at all. And Rob Schneider's like, "What do I do?" And the guy's just like, "Nothing, man. You're gonna get raped by everybody. They're gonna pass you around." I'm like, God. She's gonna fucking wear you out. I was like, oh my god.
It's like lower that bar of expectation.
So he's like, so if I join the Nazi group, what's happened? And then just the Nazis are raping me. I'm like, oh my god. So it doesn't fucking matter.
It just won't be everybody.
I'm like, none of that sounded appealing at all. I'm like, damn. So even if I join a gang, I'm getting worn out.
It's just by that gang only.
That is not a fucking compelling argument for me. It'd just be them. Just with the 40 members of the gang instead of the 600 members of the prison. Like, god damn.
God, that's a...
The moral of the story is never go to jail.
Exactly.
Dude, don't do any crimes.
It's almost as bad as that one girl from Britain that slept with 1,000 dudes.
Oh, yeah, that one chick. She was like she was fucking devastated after that. Like she was shaking, holding her.
She's like, I remember like 5 of them. And it's like, oh,
that was dramatic.
Oh God. And then you got all these gooners over there and stuff. Taking pictures with her and stuff like she's a celebrity. It's like,
that's so random as shit. Like we just stand in line when your turn, just jerking off it. Like,
right, like
it's my turn. Like, oh,
well, none of them really finished.
Well, they couldn't. Like, you only had a time of like a minute. I'm guessing
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes.
2 times 1,000. My
yeah,
God.
Yeah. She's on her back all day.
Jesus, man, that's brutal.
And then at one point, like 3 of them at a time.
Novelties. So some stuff is too much.
Yeah.
And that's too much.
And then they wonder why she looked broken at the end of it. It's like, well, bitch, you just left with him.
Yeah, like they wonder why she's worn out. I don't know, mother. Maybe because like she fucking ran a train.
That was a fucking like, that wasn't a train. That was like, I don't even know what the fuck you call it at that point.
Space station.
A fucking caravan, like.
That's too. I don't know. I mean,
an expedition force.
Like, is it just like a publicity stunt, or what's the?
For OnlyFans?
I guess so. That's just, it's too like, it's too beyond the norm. You know what I mean?
Well, they're like, I think it was more of like, it's constantly with those OnlyFans people where they're trying to like one up each other. It's like, I slept with 10 guys in a day. I slept with 20. I fucking slept with 1,000, bitch. It's like,
winner. Where the fuck would they even get 1,000?
Or was it like 100?
That's still a lot too.
It's a lot.
1,000's a shitload. How like
She's wanting to do 1,000.
oh,
She did 100.
that's too much.
What? Way too much.
Fucking lips are destroyed.
I
And Big Stan got ruined in prison too. I think it's on Tubi, Big Stan.
think yeah,
But it's just so fucking funny.
it is because I've seen it
They're
whenever.
all gonna have you. I'm like, oh man. He's like, oh, everybody. Like they just say the way he's like, just fucking panics. It's a good movie.
You got to rewatch it again.
Remember, he knocked some guy's teeth out because he learned martial arts before he got in there, and he's the guy's going to everyone help me find my teeth. He's just trying to fucking. I found one and he fucking puts it in his hand. The saddest shit I've ever seen. Some guy trying to pick up his teeth.
That'd be fucked up.
So like, no one step around here. I gotta find the rest of my teeth on the floor.
Imagine if you just got your teeth knocked out and you had to go look for them.
Like, damn.
So,
That's one of the real fight things where like you lose a tooth, you're like, fuck.
I know it's not like it's a badge of honor.
It's like in a movie, it's like they don't lose, they don't get concussed, they don't lose a tooth, but in real life,
Or if they lose a tooth, it's like, who gives a fuck?
I'd be like,
Like whenever you watch like Supernatural and stuff, where they just spit their tooth out and stuff. It's like, bitch, how many teeth have you lost?
have they?
Yeah.
Who's done it the most?
I know Dean's done it a few times.
So he's just missing fucking molars and shit
Right.
back in his fucking teeth.
And the only like fix I think that you can have for that is say Cass fixed him.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, like, it's just the same teeth getting knocked out every fucking time.
Open your mouth, guys. You guys just open your mouth.
We're gonna fix that teeth.
Close your eyes. Get on your knees. Like, wait a minute. This ain't sounding right. What was it? Dean Castiel or Dean Skill?
Dean Steele, I think.
The ship between the two of them.
Yeah,
Like the famous also Sam and Dean ship as well. Like
which was weird.
fucking freaks all over the place.
I mean, Castiel and Dean already is kind of weird.
Didn't they even do like where Dean looks dead at the camera when this girl he's talking to this girl at the convention, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't write subtext without SCX. And he looks dead at the camera. They were like they were doing the ship of the Dean and Castiel
Yeah.
because there was a boyfriend and girlfriend that were dressed up as Dean and Cass and they were
Yeah.
making out. He's like, what the fuck?
Because there's real people that were doing that shit.
Supernatural, a fucking huge ass fan base,
It really does.
and I'm sure it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, even though the show's over.
Yeah, but everybody was kind of disappointed in that last episode.
Well, I mean, Dean died.
Just like if they would have ended it one episode before,
It would have been perfect.
it would have been fine. And the reason being is that the second to the last episode, it was where what's his name? What's the kid's name? Shit.
Jack.
Yes. Where Jack becomes God.
Yeah.
And he says, I will always be around in every raindrop, every blade of grass, all that kind of stuff, and he just disappears. If you would have ended it like at the end of that story, it would have made sense because it's like, okay, Jack's gonna be able to help him, and you like they're still gonna go about hunting and stuff like that, but it leaves it at that point.
Right.
Where no, it's like, okay, now we're gonna go ahead and have him hunt again. Dean's gonna die, go to heaven.
So I guess they wanted to show like they go back to just regular hunting, which because it's funny because of how little they actually impacted the monster world because there's still monsters everywhere.
Right.
I think they go back to basics.
It didn't do shit.
Like, they still had to go back to doing whatever.
But I think it would have served the entire series better if they would have just ended it of like Dean and Sam walking like back towards the town or whatever after Jack goes away. And just ended at that point.
They walk to their Impala.
Yeah.
Back to work, Sam.
Yeah, and they take off.
Summer.
At the end of it, they both take off in the Impala.
Yeah.
Like if they would have rode off basically into to the sunset.
They do that. They do that famous song. There's Wayward Son.
And they did. They did that. So if they would have done that, like it just ended it with that.
Wait,
second
so they did all that in that episode, but they still did another one?
Yes.
Weird choice.
That's why I'm saying it didn't make sense to add that extra episode. If you would have ended it to where Jack is gone, saying that he's God at this point and that he's not going to take a direct action in the world anymore, and then Sam and Dean go on their way to go do what they normally do.
What about Castiel?
He was absorbed by the nothing.
Damn.
Like he's dead.
My boy's dead.
Yeah. Because he traded his life to protect Dean and Sam from the nothing.
Just save Dean. I only do it for you, Dean.
It's like kissing. I'm like,
Pulls his shirt off, so a fucking Dean tattoo on his heart. Dean's just like,
he's like, huh?
right before Cassio dies. Didn't Cassio have a daughter, or his body had a daughter
Yes.
that he had to help because she was a bunch of troublemaking?
Yeah.
I thought I heard of that episode.
Yeah, where it's can't remember the guy's name in that though. But where he believed in God so much that he put his hand in boiling water and shit to show that he believed in God and pulled it out without it hurt.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's how he became like the vessel for
Seeing the fact that God is Chuck is crazy.
Yeah. See, I don't like the way they did that with Chuck either.
Like all of a sudden he became God.
Well, like I don't care if he became God, but
He was a
like
God in plain sight.
like the evil version of Chuck. It's like, okay, sure, like whatever.
How did he not just like everybody?
Right.
Did he? Why did he never do that? Just disintegrate every like existence.
He tried to erase the multiverse.
So what happened? Why couldn't he finish up the regular?
They had some spell that stopped him. Like somehow there's a spell that stops God, but
I guess in that universe they would have to.
But that wouldn't make that would basically mean that he's not the God of everything. Like, I don't know. It was a weird concept.
Maybe he had his own failsafe. If I can't ever become evil, I got my own bad destruction device.
And apparently he was always a narcissist from the beginning. That's why I said it's kind of like,
It took him that many years to make his favorite character Sam and Dean.
Well, apparently he created a version of them in every multiverse.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like they're all fucking weird, and he kills them all in every version.
Except for the main ones.
Well, he tried to get Dean to kill Jack. Because he's like, it's father and son, and it's a perfect story.
Jack is Dean's son?
Well, they treated him like a son.
Oh. That was like their brother or something.
And no.
Did they have a brother?
Yes.
From John Winchester?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
The Archangel Michael killed him.
Oh.
I believe.
Thought Dean was like, I got you. And he has him in his sleeve. He's like, I'm the only son. Other than Sammy. Sammy! I can see where, like, season 5 was the final season of the original creator.
Yeah.
When they killed the yellow demon.
Kripke.
Yeah. And then, like, you can see the high level of divergence. Because like, they had to keep just upping the game. And it's like, damn, they just...
I didn't like them getting rid of the original Death. The old guy.
Uh-huh.
Like, he was the perfect character for Death.
Probably too old, though.
Well, that was...
He just fucking dies.
No, he's still alive.
On the part of the fucking screen.
Dude's still alive.
It's like, goodbye, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I didn't like they killed Bobby.
No,
he was
they killed him.
Cornerstone of the series.
Yeah. They got rid of Bobby. They got rid of Crowley. And Crowley was cool.
Eventually, right? Wasn't it for like a long time?
He was, but they got rid of him before the last season. Which was weird.
Ted Castiel was another main character that was good.
Mm-hmm. They got rid of him in like the middle of the last season.
How long was he around? How many seasons was he a main character?
He was a recurring character after I think the 4th or 5th season. And then I think after like the 6th season, he was a regular.
Damn, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of seasons.
Yeah, he was there for a while. Yeah, because that dude that played him, Misha Collins.
That's so
he's
good.
He's like, if I would have known I was going to be on there for so long, I wouldn't have did that voice.
Oh yeah, that's
like, Sam, Dean.
They all had the deeper voices.
Yeah, and he said it's like he said that throughout the entire rest of the series, he kind of lightened it up every season just a little bit.
It did sound, yeah.
To where eventually he wasn't like so gravelly. He said he'd go home and his throat would just be killing him from talking all day.
Yeah, that sucks.
Horrible. So we hear like he was dead deep throating.
It's just interesting. It's a long series.
A very long series. We'll have to cover it at some point.
I'm not ready to watch it yet.
No,
I gotta watch it. I gotta finish Yellow Jackets. So like 3.5 or 2.5 seasons.
Yeah,
3 total. Then I gotta catch up to what's the other one? White Lotus on Max. Here, White Lotus is fucking crazy. My nose is stuffy. I gotta finish Yu Yu Hakusho. I gotta start like consistently keeping track instead of jumping from one series to the other.
Yeah.
So I finish Yu Yu Hakusho, finish Yellow Jackets, finish White Lotus, and then we see what's next.
Right. And you still gotta finish Hellboy.
Oh, the comic books?
It's like,
I forgot about that.
Forgot about that.
Oh yeah. That I do need to do.
Yeah. See, that's why I try to be I'm the cornerstone one. My stuff is always the same shit every week.
The Messiah. Yeah, I had never finished the White Kids You Know either. If you remember, I still have a few seasons. I got a few episodes left on season 4.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah. I was hoping you'd forget.
You brought it up.
Yeah,
I did forget to begin with.
I don't remember what episode I was. And I'm not gonna listen to the videos. I'm already living them out.
We can search the title.
Oh yeah.
The title will be on there.
Too lazy to do that too.
All right. Anything else to add before we head out tonight?
No, I am good. Oh, I'm gonna get some fucking shut eye. My jack off so hard I'm gonna pass out.
And I will be long gone before then.
Will you?
We'll see you guys on the
Just
next.
cuts out immediately.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Or will we?